mutant.
Alright, welcome back everybody to another game of Skyfall 5e. It's good to have you all. How was the week?
Pretty
Wonderful.
good. Spring finally.
No comment, Koala?
Well, I mean, most of my week is spent in a drunken haze.
Yeah, I've heard stories. For those of you that don't know, there was a meetup with a lot of the Discord people recently, and I've heard that Koala went a little ham on the first evening of drinking.
The first day was fine. It was the second.
We found your... Did you lose your vodka at some point?
Oh, did you find the
We
absolute?
found it.
Hey!
We found it on
I thought we
Sunday.
drank it all.
There was like nothing left, but...
Yeah, so I mean, I drank like 3/4 of that myself.
There was like half an inch in the bottle.
Yeah.
3/4. Holy fuck, man. I'd be dead. Alright, well, we're all good to go here. Last session, you guys had made your travel into the jungle. Successfully finding the airship, you started to loot the thing, and found yourselves surrounded by frog people. A large battle ensued, one that consumed the majority of the session, and about 3 of you went down. 1 permanently, and 2 were captured. Kept as, well, 1 as an ornament and another as a slave. The remaining portions of the party decided to go and save you instead of leaving you to your fate, and a rescue mission is currently taking place. So here, surrounded by all these strange frog people with little tents and whatnot, and the lake at the center, you guys are in the heart of the jungle, and have just witnessed one of the captives being thrown to the strange creatures within the lake. What do you guys want to do?
Didn't you described like chanting and then a lightning bolt or something like that?
Yeah, so if you look around, even from your spot beside Lenry there in the trees, you can see what looks like a bunch of like storm clouds kind of rolling in, and the weather changes drastically out of nowhere, and it looks like a thunderstorm is coming.
I guess.
I don't honestly remember if like us over here could actually see the sacrifice happen.
You may not have seen it. If you were behind the tent, then no, you haven't seen it. But you can definitely hear that there's a bunch of like chanting and somebody rattling something over by the lake.
Does it sound like religious chanting?
It does.
I don't know their language, so it'd be impossible for me to decipher it, wouldn't it?
Yes, but I would say just from having proficiency with religion, you'd be able to tell they're like saying prayers or doing a chant or a ritual of some kind.
Arlebald,
Yes.
that chanting is not very nice. I don't know what they're saying, but the fact that they have captives and are starting to do it as a storm rolls in doesn't give me a good...
I agree. Their chanting is horrible.
I mean, does it sound like they're tone deaf, or they're right? I mean,
Yeah, it's a whole
frogs.
bunch. Yeah, you know, it's 50% croaking, 50% weird gibberish. It's not music to anyone's ears.
So should we keep circling around?
I believe so. I mean, it definitely sounds like a bunch of them are over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
From where we are. If they're... Oop, I need to mute that. Almost forgot. If they're all gathered over there, we should do our best to draw their attention elsewhere. Perhaps we can rescue Kanar. If so,
Hopefully, they'll be attracted to the tents that we just burned down.
they might be attracted to more tents, but
That is a fair point. But first, I think we should move to the other side and see how they react to one.
you have a good point.
Okay. You guys are over there speaking about this next step of the plan as one of the tents goes up in flames, and sooner or later it does seem to grab the attention of somebody, and you guys see what looks like a group of the frog people that come over to investigate the tent. And when they get over and see it, they look kind of like shocked and panicked, and are all talking to themselves hurriedly. And meanwhile, over here, the leader seems to be speaking to all the ones that have stayed, and their attention is over in that direction as well. Mackinac and Kolko, are you guys doing anything?
Have I noticed this flaming tent yet?
I would say, yeah, big plumes of smoke are going up over there, and it's not like the little crackling bonfires.
While they're moving over here, can we start to circle, like, this way, around, trying to get to the other side of the village?
Yeah, for sure. So you guys can go ahead and move over there, and, let's see.
Just a wide circle trying to get here long term.
Okay. I would like you guys to roll luck, please. One of you.
I'm always lucky. Do you want to roll
I don't
it?
believe that.
I'll roll it.
Unfortunate.
500.
1 to 10, it's Lenry. Okay. You guys go wandering, and you're doing this same sort of exaggerated circle, but this time it doesn't go exactly as planned. While traveling along the way, I need perception checks from the both of you.
Ooh, that's a 9.
That's a 17 for me.
Okay. Walking along, Lenry, you see further up ahead what looks like one of those dart traps hooked up to one of the trees, and it's right where you're about to walk.
Do I have enough time to actually stop myself?
Yeah, for sure.
Right about stop.
She just freezes. What is it?
I just point to the trap in front of me. We need to be a little more careful.
Definitely. He's going to do a more thorough check to see if there are any more nearby.
Ah, okay. We'll use your current perception checks, and you guys go looking around, and Lenry, you find a second one, a little bit further along the way. It seems that the area around here has traps kind of stuffed in little odd areas.
Make sure to keep note of all of them.
Okay. Do you guys continue on your path?
Yes.
It takes a while, but in the midst of the jungle, you guys eventually make it over to this side, and when you do, you see crouched behind some foliage, Kolko.
Kolko.
Shh! I'm trying to hide. Oh my goodness! I'll scurry along to my two companions. Oh, Lenry, it's so good to see you.
I thought you were up on the pole with Mackinac.
No, I was in the tent with a bunch of other sick people. I think they intended to sacrifice me.
Well, that is certainly not ideal. Is Gaius with you? Is he still in the tent?
Gaius, he didn't make it.
What?
I've been captured for most of this time. I'm not quite sure what happened, but on the way over here I caught a glimpse of him in the moonlight, and he was not alive. I don't know where he is now, but he did not make it.
That is also unfortunate.
Yes, I've hardly had time to even think about it. Just been trying to get myself out of there, but... Well, Machinar's still inside, and we need to rescue him.
Yes, definitely.
We've noticed we're trying to distract the frog creatures as much as...
Ah, yes, the smoke, that was your handiwork.
Yes.
I would have followed suit, but as you see, I don't have anything that could actually start the fire.
Oh, that reminds me.
He can.
I hand him his gun.
The gun is in Erlebald's pack.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I take it out of your pack.
Take it. Fuck.
You-
Oh well.
Where did you find this?
I was just about to give that to you. It was on the path there. We found it in the dirt.
I'm gonna eagerly grab it. Oh, thank you so much. At least be able to defend myself against these things.
I don't think we found it.
Well, that's alright. They took my pack, but they did not take my bandolier. And take some bullets out of one of the pouches and just have a quick look at the gun, inspect it, load it up, and sling it over my shoulder.
There's trace bits of mud here and there, but it seems like it's still in working order. Nothing's broken.
For now, we've been trying to pick them off silently, as many as we could, but that might be difficult with such a crude and unfashioned weapon such as your own. He pulls out a dart, a more silent tool, maybe what you're after.
Yes, I don't want to cause any suspicions yet. I did get quite a good look of the place while I was in there, and I'll do my best to give them just a lay of the land from when I was up and about and kind of scoping things out.
Sure.
I'd have a general idea, I'm guessing, of the numbers, just based on what I saw. Obviously, I
Yes.
wouldn't know it's in the houses, but...
Yeah, I would say so.
Alright, so I'll kind of relay all of this. You know, there's a few of them scattered here and there in this area behind us, and I'm not sure about the back, but there's quite a bit around the pool right now. Perhaps if we set some fighters to some tents in some of the other places in the camp, confuse them enough that we can get in and rescue Mackinac.
Possibly. I feel like I want to take out more frogs before we run headfirst in there.
I would feel better about the fight if I was in a bit of better shape and, well, it wasn't just the three of us.
I guess that's true. Gaius would be really useful here.
Oh, yes, he would.
While you three are standing there, these thunderclouds seem to grow closer and closer until, as your conversation is finishing there, the actual light from the sun itself is somewhat blotted out, and everything becomes very overcast and dark. Another sound of thunder goes off, and you hear what sounds like a commotion off in the village.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Perhaps they have noticed that fire by now. I'll try to get a peek. Try to remain as hidden as possible, but see if I can get an idea of what's going on.
Sure. You see what looks like frog people off in the distance that are dragging over like little pails of water, and the fire seems to have gone out, and you can see them kind of scrambling around over here in this area. But you also see that the leader over here takes his group and they go back over towards the different captives.
Well, it looks like that fire's been put out.
Well, we'll just have to start another one.
It looks like everyone has kind of moved away from Mackinac. They're all by the tent that they were holding me in, with all the other captives.
Yes.
I'd like perception checks from the three of you, please.
16.
Ooh, not bad.
16.
14.
You guys all notice that off over here, the frogs kind of crowd around into the tent, and a bunch of them kind of grab at one of the captives. And as you know, she's kind of like dragged out of the tent there, they pause, and it looks like there's an argument that kind of breaks out amongst them there. And you guys see the leader kind of step into the actual tent itself, looking around. And then when he comes back, he looks very irate, kind of like shakes around his staff and everything, and sort of starts yelling in a higher tone.
I think they noticed you're gone.
I think you're right, Lenry. I wonder if any of them will leave trying to find me.
And then we can definitely attack.
Lenry, does it seem like this thunderstorm is going to... Or does it seem like this is going to brew into a storm?
Can I make an nature check?
Sure. Oh god, the rolls are not good tonight.
No, that is only a 9.
Okay. You're not sure. These could just be clouds rolling through. You don't even know if they're going to manifest into rain or not. The only thing that you're sure of is that it's not normal phenomenon. This isn't standard weather. Something's going on.
I'm not so sure. It's definitely not natural.
I feel like we should kill the leader of the frogs as soon as we can.
Kolko, do you know what they're doing with that hostage?
I was trying to think, did I actually see them throw someone in? Oh, I would have seen the second one there. I hate to say it, but they're about to throw that person into the water.
What?
A sacrifice.
Would it... Could I venture to... for Lenry to connect sacrifices and an unnatural storm together?
Easily, yeah. I'd say once you hear that, you're like, oh god.
That's extra bad. Not just the sacrificing, but I'm fairly sure that and the storm are connected. We should stop that. All of that.
Well, plan is to burn some of these huts down. We should probably get started right now.
Yes,
Agreed.
I agree.
Let's split up. We can take care of it faster that way.
Splitting up might be a very bad idea here. We don't want one of us to get caught and then instantly killed. We're stronger as a group.
If
True,
we just
but-
sweep the edge of the camp, perhaps we could just quickly set fire as we go. They won't be able to catch up to us as they're following behind, trying to put them out.
Yes.
As long as we
Alright.
can stop whatever ritual this is.
With the plan at the ready, you guys see these frog creatures go over towards the lake once again. Over here, the chanting begins, and before long, this sedative and ill captive is shoved over towards the lake, and they push her in towards the waters, and quickly, the top of the lake runs red.
Alright, yeah, let's get busy.
Now, you
Try
guys
to
go to
move.
move and start to head over for the tents, but you hear something else. Now, amongst the sounds of the occasional thunder crack and the clouds whirling in, you guys hear the sound of rushing water that seems to come from the lake. It sounds
That's
like
not good.
like a
Is it
rapid.
doing anything?
From over here, I'd say you can't really see what's going on with the lake itself. You definitely have to get closer, but you can hear that it clearly comes from that direction.
We better hurry. I don't want to know what that sound.
Yes, agreed.
Alright. So just want to move around this way.
Okay. You guys shimmy around and get over here to find a cluster of tents with a few different frog people kind of wandering around. Their gaze goes in between each other as they hold conversations with each other, and you also see that some of them kind of turn their attention towards the lake every now and then.
Is this one right here? Well, what direction is he looking?
I'd say just kind of towards, like out into the jungle over here.
He's going to gesture for Linry and then try to make a. She's gonna poke Linry, point at the frog, and then try to make a frog face himself.
A frog face? What does that even look like?
I'll get over here just so I don't accidentally attract any other ones.
Sure.
And go for the ribbit of seduction.
Oh no.
Hell yeah!
The seduction ribbit works. This creature hears this and then starts
He's
to
hard as a
wander over.
rock.
Alright, and then let's just pop on this guy.
I don't have anything to pop him with.
Can you throw the dart?
Oh, if you've handed me a dart, then I'm good. Yeah, I'll throw the dart.
Yes.
In time is
Throw,
good.
and one of the poison darts, just for extra.
Okay.
I'll come up and smash.
Throw
What's that?
darts, please. Your attacks all have advantage.
This is with the sharpshooter. Does your Horizon Walker thing?
Yeah, I was just
I
gonna
think it
say.
can apply to it, right?
Yeah, if I mark him for the bonus damage,
Alright, wonderful.
hit him first though.
Wow. That's
Oh, double 16s.
Jesus. That's a 9. Ugh.
Mine
Both
is
7 and a 6.
I'm not sure if I'm proficient in darts. If not, it's a 19.
The 19 will hit. Yours was a 9, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh. I guess, could Linry have given me the bless, or would they have to have said that beforehand? Or wait, does Linry have bless?
Doesn't apply to
Mackinac.
attacks, I think.
It does not, and I also don't currently have it prepared.
Oh, I see, alright.
Well, I came running up to smash its head in.
What did you roll?
So I hit it for 13 force damage.
13?
Yeah.
With the dart?
Oh fuck no, because I thought I was shooting my gun.
I was like, how the
That's
fuck
not
did
right
you
at
do
all.
13 with a dart?
That's not right at all.
I only got an 8 to
To hit?
smash its face. Yeah.
Did you roll with advantage?
Here come the ones
Oh,
now.
no.
Oh fuck! Of course it is a one.
Oh no! Are we gonna get foiled by
yeah,
a
and-
single
and
frog?
No, it's alright. Oh, probably. That's 5.
We just need to
6.
roll higher than it in the knit, it's fine.
I got 8 force damage. Is the final tally.
8 force. Okay, the creature is still alive. Everybody, please roll initiative.
Jesus.
Come on. Oh.
Oh my god,
Oh.
did I just hit you with mine and knocked your 15 into a 3 and I got a 1! No! Ugh.
Let's see, what did I get there?
I
Plus...
think you got 18.
God damn it. guess I'm gonna have to blow some of my arcane shots if we want to take this one out.
Disengaging and running off, this frog creature frantically makes his way back over towards the camp while screaming the whole way. He flails around, his arms in the air, and immediately the frogs around here take notice. Mackinac, given how things are going, you may want to put yourself on the initiative bar as well. Let's see here.
Yeah, but
Yo, it's cool, guys. I got an idea.
And
Is that idea reversing time and make our rolls better?
the combat
No, it's
begins.
It's my ace in the hole.
Colcoat, it's your turn.
Fog cloud.
Okay, where?
I think I want to put it like here, because I want to obscure us so that we can just like disappear into the forest.
It's like that.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
And then I'm out of here. Peace. Okay, let's lure them this way, and hopefully they'll get lost in the fog here. I'm going back around to where you met up with me.
Yeah, just follows. Jesus, this is unfortunate.
Okay.
Oh wait, we're in a net.
And then I'll use my the back one.
Okay.
6, and that's my turn.
Mackinac, you're being held from on top of this ornamental stand here, this strange totem pole, when suddenly you hear a scream off in the distance. First, there was some commotion behind you, and now further ahead, you see one of the frog people running around in the corner of the camp, screaming. Creatures look over there, grab their spears, and start to wander in that direction, and a fog cloud just, like, comes in out of nowhere there. What do you want to do?
was the scream frog scream?
Yes.
And I'm trying to recall. Did I manage to free myself last time?
You have most of one arm.
Most.
Enough that you can cast most spells and whatnot. But I don't actually know if you have slots or anything like that, but...
Well, I mean, would I have had a long rest while hanging on top of this pole?
I think so. I think you guys got a long rest, but you just didn't heal properly.
Right.
Given that your arm and your leg are above you.
And I'm giving arm and leg for a heal right now.
You're dead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm just hanging.
Okay. So you hang out for now, looking for a better opportunity. Lenry, it's your turn.
Oh, sorry, I was on it. Yeah, I'm gonna just dash and book it.
Okay.
Can they see? Are they still aware of her position, or would they have to?
You don't know, but her footsteps are loud enough that you can hear them easily. Because she's just running as fast as possible.
Would Erlebald still have stealth against this one if he were to attack it?
I would say no. And you can't see anything in the fog cloud.
Oh, right, sorry. I guess just re-stealth and then move.
Okay. So go ahead and move at half speed and shuffle along. Make your stealth check.
Come on. That's not that bad. That's 18.
Okay.
Fuck. And then move with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then end turn.
Okay, let's see. Everyone roll initiative again. Let's see how badly things go here. What is...
Damn little Skittles.
Okay. Erlebald, looks like you're first.
Am I aware? Or I guess no, I wouldn't be aware. Can I see any of these frog creatures from this
Yes.
distance through the trees?
Yeah,
Alright.
you can barely see them through all the trees.
Are they... Oh, I want to attack them. Would I have
Okay.
advantage on that attack?
I would say the opposite. You are going to have a cover penalty because you're throwing a dart through so much jungle.
Mm-hmm.
And they are definitely looking around, so you're not going to get the advantage on that attack.
Mm-hmm.
You could make it anyway, but that's up to you.
Could I improve my own stealth capabilities, re-stealthing, or would that...
Sure. Yeah, you could roll again.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that with my action. Nat 20.
Mine's also a nat 20. Oh, no. Okay, so you go ahead and stealth the second time. Are you making any movement?
I am. Just 1, 2, 3. Slowly shuffling along.
Okay. Colcoat, you're up.
For now I'm just going to hide, and yeah, I'm not going to move this round. I'm just going to hide
Okay.
and see if I can avoid them.
Sure, make that roll.
22.
Okay, you go ahead and tuck away there. Next up, Lenry, it's your turn.
I am just run. Not dashing this time. Trying to keep myself a little quieter.
Okay. Are you attempting to stealth back here?
Might as well. Rolls don't fail me now. Hey, that's not bad. 12.
Okay. You go to hide over there, and soon you guys are all very near each other. You can see one another from your little hiding spots, respectively, and watch as these frog creatures start to make their way in towards the jungle over here. There seems to be a commotion in the village as well, as you hear people kind of yelling and whatnot in the little frog language that they seem to use. And a little pitter-patter of footsteps all over the place can easily be heard. It is your turn, Mackinac. It seems everybody is leaving where you are.
Well, this seems like a grand opportunity to finish untying myself again.
Okay. Make a strength check, please.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
See what plays off for him. 17.
17. You break the bindings, freeing your arm entirely here. You have enough dexterity that you could use your arm to start untying other parts of you if you wanted. And across the lake here,
They see nothing.
one of the frog people starts to shout and point at you, and you see what looks like one of them who, in a moment of kind of being at a sideways glance, sees you and then starts like shouting about it. The others nearby kind of look around.
I'm gonna attempt to untie my leg.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check for me, please. This will be the last action
Oh,
that you
sleight
get.
of hand. Oh no. That's an 8.
8, okay. You start trying to work the knot, but find that's a little bit difficult. It would definitely be useful to have a second hand at this point, but it's currently above you. And you start just kind of mangling with the knot here. Everybody, please roll initiative. Uh-oh. That doesn't look favorable. So these creatures are going to go first, and moving up towards your group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll have spread out a little bit. This one gets rather close to you guys, and I'm going to make a perception check to see if he notices you guys. Okay. He looks around, and you guys watch as he goes, like, incredibly close to you, and even starts to wander in between Erlebald and Colcoat, but he doesn't look like he knows where you guys are at all. You can hear the footsteps of his gang nearby as well, and it's like a sort of race of activity as these frog people start to make their way through the jungle, spreading out all over the place. And after that, it is your turn, Colcoat.
What the fuck do I do? I'd probably have an idea that this guy's pretty freaking close to me, right?
Yes.
Can I just hold for now to see what my companions there do? I don't want to move and startle any of these frogs right now.
Okay. You can hold your turn if you want.
Yeah, I'll just throw myself underneath them there.
Okay.
I'm just holding tight for now.
Lenry, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I will shoot this one with my crossbow.
Okay. Advantage.
Feel give a bit more chance if they're not all up on us. 16.
That hits. Roll damage.
Unfortunate.
Oh my god, that's slide.
3.
1. Okay. You shoot him in the leg there. He lets out a kind of shrill scream of some kind. Is that your turn?
You know, I will Shield of Faith Colcoat.
Okay. Colcoat, you have 2 more AC, I believe.
Yes.
And Macknar, it's your turn.
This is my last first level spell slot, so
Well,
You see
evaluating all the options.
You see the 2 frog people running up towards you here.
Mhm.
From the other side of the lake. What are you doing?
Would it require my action to try and untie myself, or is that like a bonus action, interaction, etc.?
Untying yourself is an action, and then I'll let you use your bonus action to make another attempt, usually.
Okay. Continuing to untie myself.
Okay.
How far off the ground am I? Forgot to ask that.
Right now, you're like 4 feet off the ground. Not enough that you'd take damage.
How tall are the frog people?
The frog people are just about that height. If one of them like held up his hand and was particularly tall, he might be able to touch your foot.
So they can't stop me from untying myself.
Well, they do have weapons in hand, but yeah, you are kind of out of reach of them.
Right, it's not like I'm like putting my hand down and like rip my arm away. Like they're literally just too short.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I continue to untie myself.
Okay. Go ahead and make either a strength or a sleight of hand check.
Hey, it's gonna be strength. That's a 21.
Okay. You reach down, grab a hold of this knot, and this time brute force it instead of trying to untie the thing. And having loosened it slightly from before, the ropes break, and your leg suddenly kind of comes free. You feel a bunch of weight suddenly come over you as your whole body slides ever so slightly on the pole here, and you're pretty sure you could wriggle out and fall to the ground if you wanted to.
I will do so.
Okay. You tumble from your bindings and land there on the ground. You have but a single leg and a single arm. It's very difficult to kind of do anything. You're currently prone on the ground as you're unable to really gather yourself, falling from the that sort of disadvantaged position. What do you want to do?
Now, my arm and leg, the ones that are not attached to my body currently, I didn't see them. Somebody else saw them last session, right?
No, you saw them. You looked over your shoulder and saw them above you.
We kind of made eye contact, and I pointed them out to you.
Okay. Can I attempt to unprone myself and grab them?
They are now thoroughly out of your reach now that you're on the ground.
Oh, of course. Okay. They're tied up there, I assume, with like just similar bindings.
Yep. You see a couple of ropes holding on to them like there's some sort of ornament.
Okay. Is there like a spare spear from like the frog creatures nearby or something like that?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of little weapons and stuff kind of clustered around your totem.
Is there one long enough that I can reach and start to like saw the bindings?
I'd say you could throw one of the spears and hope to hit the rope.
Let's do it.
Okay. Make an attack. You're using let's say it's a javelin.
Dexterity attack?
I think javelin is thrown, so strength based.
Okay.
That is jank. Yeah.
Good, because I really didn't want a 5. Oh. But I mean, wait, what am I proficient with? Hold on. I'm proficient with this makeshift javelin.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 11.
Okay. Roll damage.
Oh shit. Javelin's a D, what, 6?
6, yeah. If you get a 6, you'll cut through the rope.
That's a 1.
You
Plus
grab one of
4?
these javelins, hurl the thing, and it just kind of ever so barely nicks the rope, causing your leg to sort of... Or which one are you going for, the leg or the arm?
Arm first.
Arm first? Okay, the arm, kind of jiggles for a second there, but the rope is still not completely cut.
I grab another spear and I guess next turn I'll do the same thing.
Okay, sounds good. You're up next, Erlabald. What do you want to do?
Alright,
This
so
guy
do
has
I
just been
see
shot.
do I recognize the injured one? The one that we just hit for a little bit of damage? I don't know. The one that Lenry smacked?
Lenry smacked this one over here.
No, I think it's just this one here by me.
Yeah, it was that one.
Why does this one have 8?
That was the one that hit with the dart.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about, sorry. So 8. Can I weave through them with my nat 20 on stealth roll? Just move here, 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 and not be detected? Or would that...
If you want to move, it'll be another roll.
Alright. Then I'm... Yeah, I'm just going to attack this frog creature.
Okay. The jig is up at this point. Make your attack.
I think I'll attack this frog creature.
Okay.
Sharpshooter attack. Wonderful. That's a 18 plus. That's a non-natural 20.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 16 damage.
With a single dart, you toss one over here and take down this frog creature. This act seems to cause the others to look over, and they see you, making eye contact with you.
Just gonna stare these fuckers down, and then move... over to the fog cloud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. After your turn, Erlabald, it's yours, Coalcoat. What do you want to do? You have not been detected, but both Lenry and Erlabald have.
I don't really want to fire at them yet.
The rescue mission is going well.
Yeah, very well. Okay, so I don't really have a weapon to attack this guy with. Is it possible to jump out at him, grab the arrow that Lenry shot him with, pull it out, and stab him with it again?
Sure. You're also a tabaxi, so your claws are 1d4s, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that planar warrior works with, because it says make a weapon attack. I don't know if the claws count as a weapon.
Oh, I see. So you could make an improvised weapon attack, you just won't have proficiency to hit.
That's
And
cool. I'll go
it
for
will
it.
use the planar stuff and everything.
Okay, so I'll mark him with planar warrior. I'll jump out and then grab
Stab
the
him to
arrow and then
death.
stab him with it,
Okay, go for it.
or at least attempt. Oh. What is that? What do I
You
add
do
on
have
to that?
advantage,
Oh, okay.
because you were the only one still stealthed.
So no proficiency. Would it be strength or dex or what?
For this, I'd say probably... Dex would be fine.
Okay, it's 18 then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage, and use a d4 for the weapons damage.
I was gonna say that's probably a d4. All right. Let's do better than ones. Oh, that's a little better. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, force damage.
You kill this one here. Leaping on him and stabbing violently with the crossbow bolt that you pull from his chest and then reinsert a few times. He falls to the ground dead, perforated, and everybody turns in your direction.
All right. Well, I'll just look over at them with the arrow in my hand. Try to snap it if I can. Kind of just like a low guttural growl at them. And how much movement do I have left? 1, 3, 4. I gotta use my tabaxi to get in here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I guess I'll probably stop when I bump into the back of this hut.
All right. Go ahead and roll initiative. Oh. It looks like you're first again, Coalcoat. Oh, maybe not. There's a few rolls still going on.
Oh, no. I'm last.
Don't mind me, Relics.
Ignore me.
Coalcoat, you're up. You bump into one of the tents here after stumbling through the fog cloud out of the jungle foliage. What do you want to do?
So I'm gonna try to go into it. I'll just cut a little hole with the claw and hop in and...
So you can
what's
actually
in there?
see inside here, and the fog cloud starts to filter in from the hole that you cut, but until it does, you get to kind of look around and see what the contents of the tent are. Roll a luck check, please.
Two.
It is empty.
Nothing, eh?
Yeah, there's nothing in here. You just see like a couple of sticks over there in the corner. They look like kindling, like they're just storing firewood here in this hut.
Hmm. You know what? I guess I'm just gonna run out and jump at this guy. Jump over the fire, and like claw tackle him.
Go for it.
Actually, no. I'll try to like grapple him when I jump over.
Okay.
I won't tackle. Yeah. I don't know what I'm adding to that strength.
Grappling would be athletics.
Oh, I do have 2. Is 17.
Okay, let's see what he gets. He is not prepared, and you grapple him successfully, but I do need from you a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, is he poisonous?
Oh wait, you still have the anti-venom, right?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, so you're actually immune to this. So
Okay.
his skin kind of feels sickly when you hold on to him, and it feels similar to how you felt when you were back in the tent when you first grab a hold, but something kind of like aids you, and you find that you're easily able to shrug off the feeling. And you've successfully held him in place. Is that your turn?
Unless I can try to throw him in the fire right now, yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. One of them's going to make a blind attack on you, Erlebald. And he misses. You hear the sound of like a spear whizzing by and colliding with the tree. As for you, Lenry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 2 attacks. Well, that 7's probably not going to hit, but the 23 will.
Unfortunately.
And you are stabbed with a small little spear for 3 damage.
So I gotta make a concentration check. Concentration.
Are you good?
I mean, it's a 9 if there's no bonuses.
Do you not have any con bonuses?
I have 1. Plus
so
1.
A 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, concentration is a 10 DC, so you're fine.
Woo! I just wasn't sure if wasn't sure if it was like luck and just didn't get a bonus.
Okay. After that, let's see.
You still have AC, Colcoat.
These guys will go spreading out all over the place. A group of them over here, though, close distance with you, Mackinac. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you freed yourself and start throwing things, they all run over, and one of them starts like tapping you with a stick, and he hits you with the brunt end of this spear, not the sharp pointy end. And while hitting you, he starts like yammering something in his strange frog language. I would like you to make an insight check to see if you understand what he's saying.
Alright. That is an 8.
An 8. Okay. You have no idea what he's getting at.
I think he's asking me to get back on the pole.
And how do you react when he does this to you?
Is he like... Does it feel like he's going to damage me, or he's just like poking with a stick?
He's pushing at you. Like he's nudging you with the stick, pushing you backwards.
I'm just going to ignore him and start prepping for my next throw.
Okay. When you do that, and you kind of like pull back the spear to go and toss it at your leg there, the frog people run to grapple you. I need an acrobatics or athletics check if you don't want to be grappled.
Okay. Oh boy. That's a 12.
A 12? Okay. You're actually able to push a lot of them off, but one of them manages to grab a hold of you, and once he does, it seems that he's trying to push you. This time, he's like straining, reaching forward while also holding on to like a portion of your torso and trying to grab some of the stray rope from the ornamental totem pole. And after that, Erlebald, it's your turn.
Alright.
Oh, sorry, this one over here is going to try and get out of your grasp, Colcoat. Make an athletics or acrobatics check. You have to beat a 17. Oh, you're muted.
My bad. 17.
17, okay. So you're still holding on to him. And Erlebald, what do you want to do?
I guess. God, I wish I had.
You can't see this guy, but you can hear him over there.
Move out 1.
Okay.
Can I see him from this angle?
Mm-hmm.
And then sharpshooter dart throw. Just go all in.
Go for it.
Come on, give me the money.
That's some spare change there, sir.
Oh, that is quite unfortunate.
You turn and go to toss the dart, and as you do, you find that your foot kind of slips out in the mud of the jungle, and you fall prone instead, failing the attack. The frog looks over in your direction.
How prone works real quick. Prone. Oh, can I just stand up?
Mm-hmm. It eats half your movement speed, but yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll stand up and then I'll move back into the fog. Or I guess here.
Okay. After that, Lenry, it's your turn.
Okay. So, probably bad idea in a sense.
I really wish you'd rolled higher initiative.
Yeah. Neither of these guys are hurt. Okay, that does change things a little bit.
I like how everybody went with the split up tactic again.
Hey, I know. So,
Listen, man, I didn't have a choice.
That's true.
on this one here, I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, okay. Is he making a save? I think you're making an attack roll, right?
Yep, it's a melee spell attack roll.
Alright. Let's see if he hit his AC.
I sure fucking hope I do. That is a 20.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
Oh, it's this. Oh, I love this.
3d10. Can I get some duplicate d10? Thank you. It's a little more than I needed, but I'll take it.
Oh,
And that was at level 2 because that's the only slot I had.
Okay.
That probably increased the damage. Yeah. One more d10 there. Yes.
Reaching forward, your hand grabs a hold of this frog creature for just a moment, and once you make contact with it, a sort of like spreading necrosis runs over its skin, and you hear what sounds like sizzling almost as its flesh turns from this bright color to like a sort of like molding, dying, blackish color, and it washes over him with speed until he falls back and looks like a desiccated corpse that's been dead for a long time.
I let go and just kind of look at my hand, disappointed and disgusted with myself.
You killed a man. A frog man.
I've killed many frogmen.
Is that your turn?
You know, I don't believe I have any other bonus action things. So, well, I have no spell slots. So, yeah. That's kind of it.
Macknar, you are grappled over here. It's your turn, and these two seem to have been unsuccessful, but this one is holding onto you and is kind of nudging you back towards the totem. And the leader over here is kind of waving about his staff and everything, the sound of little like clinkling seashells and coconuts and whatnot as he does so, while they're all screaming and trying to corral you back onto this thing. Also, now that you're free, you can see into the lake and you see what looks like a whirlpool forming.
How heavy are these frog creatures?
The frog creatures, they definitely don't look like they would weigh a lot. You don't know for sure, but they'd be, probably equivalent to like a toddler.
Can I attempt to pick up the frog creature that's currently grappling me and throw him?
Sure. I'd say make a athletics check. You have to beat a 13.
That's an 11.
Oh, okay. So you try to get a hold of him, and you find that his flesh is kind of like slippery, and as he kind of moves and wriggles about, you're unable to get a good grasp on him.
You know what? That's fine. I walk in.
Oh, jeez. Well, he's still grappling you, so you can't exactly...
Well, it's just he can't stop me from moving, but I assume he would like slow me down.
Interesting. No, there is quite a weight difference. I'd say, yeah, you could start hopping over there, and this frog creature, he'll step like a foot into the water and then just abandon you, and he lets go and then steps back as you kind of...
Okay. If he abandons me, like I'll just stand like 2-3 feet in the water where they can't get to me,
Sure.
and then can I attempt to throw another spear on my arm?
I'd say you've used your action.
Okay.
So unless you have a bonus action type attack, then yeah.
No, that's it.
Okay. So standing there in the water, you can see that this whole thing is kind of rushing around. And at the bottom of the lake, which mustn't be too shallow given your position, there seems to be a sort of dark void, almost like whatever this whirlpool leads to is like the sea of some abyss somewhere, not the lake bottom. And you also see what looks like small creatures and whatnot that are floating around in the lake and swimming back and forth, and they come up to you, and they look almost like tadpoles with razor-sharp teeth. And as they come up towards your single foot, which is there in the lake muck, they kind of come at you and gnaw at your form for a brief second, and then just give up and start to swim elsewhere. And everybody please roll initiative.
Very long turn. Pathetic roll, but it got me a 20.
Okay. Lenry, it's your turn.
Woo. The fuck am I gonna do here?
Well, you guys all beat them in initiative, so, I mean, you might have a chance.
True, but he hasn't taken any damage. Unless I crit, there's no way I'm gonna kill him. Disengage.
Okay.
Run away.
Okay. And Colcode.
Yes, I would like to take my grappled frog and melt him in the campfire.
Athletics check, please.
18.
Oh, he almost beat you. You go to grab him here and find that you're able to lift him off of his feet with relative ease. Once you get a good grapple on him, it's not too difficult. And you hold him there over the fire and then just plunge him down into the cinders. And he starts like screaming and writhing around. And while you're holding him there, he starts to kind of like cook. And you can see pieces of smoldering wood fusing to his flesh and everything. And after a little bit here of you basically holding him down and suffocating him, he stops moving.
Really quickly, just before I throw him in there, I just whisper to him, I hope whatever afterlife you end up in is not the same as Gaius. You'll suffer even more than this.
He doesn't understand you at all, and goes to his beautiful afterlife without knowing what his last words were.
I'll learn to teach frog, and then I'll find out how to get to his frog afterlife.
Nah, man, he didn't.
Need to
there was
find
no
a good
happy
necromancer.
That frog was specifically into tadpoles, and he knows it was wrong.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, Twitch.
I'm gonna take a torch out of that campfire and then check out this building real quick.
Sure, yeah. You rush over to the building and pop inside, and as you do, go ahead and make a luck roll for me.
I do have a bag somewhere in here. Oh, fuck. I hope 20 is better than just my crappy-ass bag. There's not much in it.
You find the remainder of your gear inside of this tent. So you can add all of your inventory back. You also see what looks like some of the belongings that the frog people have. This frog in particular seems to have a whole bunch of things sort of hanging from the tent. You see little ornaments and things like that, most of which are clearly tribal in nature, but you see some that are items which have been pocketed from like human societies or some sort of like more civilized race. And you pick out that some of these ornaments are like pieces of gold and jewelry and like bits of silver.
Alright, anything that looks like it's shiny, I'll try to pluck down, throw in my bag, and then drop the torch on something that hopefully is going to light on fire.
Sure. You can
Is
add
there-
to your inventory a handful of miscellaneous stolen frog jewelry.
Looks like our salvaging trip paid off.
Of Misk. Frog. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll throw the torch down, hopefully start burning this up. Step out, and that'll be it.
Okay. Off in the distance, as you step out, let's see. Macknar, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I would like to throw the spear and attempt to dislodge my arm.
Okay, go for it.
It's an interesting statement. That's a 13 to hit.
13 hits. Roll damage.
Well.
I heard.
Wait, I had strength to that though, right? So it's like
Yep.
5 damage?
A single thread dangles there, holding your arm. You feel like, as you're staring at it, just the breeze would knock the thing down as it's kind of dangling there.
Wonderful. Can I move up, grab a spear, and then go back into the water?
Sure, you'll get an opportunity attack.
That's fine.
This guy tries to stab at you. And misses, for sure, with a 5. And is that your turn?
Unless I can throw again, it is.
Okay. If you action surge or something, you could.
I do not have that.
Okay. Erlabald, you are up.
Oh, well, let's hope I don't roll in that one. Move out, I think that'd be move out 2, and then sharpshooter attack frog creature. Come
Okay.
on, one of these has got to work. God damn it, that's a 7.
Ooh, big miss.
Sharpshooter can be suffering. Well, I guess just... Yeah... Moves right up next to this frog.
Okay.
And then whips out... Or I guess, yeah, just rapier in hand. And turn.
Okay. After that, this one goes to engage you, as well as some other guys here who are going to move around. This one will close distance with you, Lenry. This one will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can they please respect my personal space?
He'll dash. And
Personal space, guys.
I'm going to roll to see if he notices Cull Code over there. He dashes over towards you. And over here by the lake, these guys start grabbing spears and just chucking at them, them at you, Mackinac. And it seems like none of them want to come up to the lake. What's your AC right now? Miss. Oh.
It's
Well,
not
sorry,
natural
decrease.
20, is what it is.
It's decreased because I don't have a shield.
Okay.
But other than that, it should be at 19.
So 2 of those will hit, and 1 of them is a crit.
Huzzah.
Here we go. How much HP do you have?
Well, okay, so what is it now? Because we leveled up last session, right?
I'd say you gained the HP that you got.
Okay, so I believe I was at 9?
Didn't you roll like a 1?
Yeah. So,
Tragedy.
very tragic. I got +3, so I'm at 12.
Okay, that sounds about right. So it's going to be
Oh.
4 plus the dice roll here.
got my spell slots wrong
Oh!
for the level up.
Okay, so
Oh.
8 damage in
I
2
would
instances.
like to roll the feel no pain.
Okay.
Reduce it.
Go ahead and do that.
Which reduces it by 7 points.
Okay, nice. So you only take the 1. After that, the shaman type character there waves around his staff, and I need you to go and make a dexterity saving throw as a burst of flame appears next to you.
What spell could that be?
I don't know, but I don't think you roll a d6
No,
for...
no, you might be right. You might be onto something there, Lucian. It's a 17.
Okay, you got it. So you managed to dodge that, kind of moving back and forth as these spears go flying past you, some of them bouncing right off of you. And, let's see. These guys will probably come to see what the commotion is over here.
Oh, actually, don't take damage. I forgot. I would have reduced it with heavy armor master, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you still have your armor on. They just assumed it was part of you. And everybody roll initiative. Oh, wait, sorry. I didn't do the attack over here. We have to kill Lenry and Erlebald first.
I mean, you don't have to.
Erlebald, you are being attacked.
Just saying, Lucian.
Ooh!
Blah, that hurts.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
fortunate. You take 3 damage. And Lenry, there are 2... No, I think it's 1 attack because the other's dodged or dashed. That's a miss with a 3. Roll initiative, everyone.
We just gotta high roll this. I can bursting arrow these fucking frogs down. God damn it, I rolled a 5.
So, I just realized I actually have more spell slots, but since I didn't fuck with my sheet, sucks for me.
What would you have for more spell slots? You'd have another level 1, right?
I'd have another level 1 and one more level 2.
I'm fine with you having those. You guys leveled up.
I mean,
after
we
all.
were in the middle of a thing, so I...
Okay. Well, it's your call if you don't want to have them. It is your turn.
Look, man, I hate myself. I played Dudan for fuck's sakes. I'm just gonna hit one of them with a mace. Oh shit! Hit that one with a mace.
Okay, go for it.
Earl is gonna shout, "Run!"
Fine. I'm gonna miss 26. Okay.
Oh my god.
10.
Wait, you did -1 damage?
I have a -1 to strength.
He is still alive.
Look, man.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. After your turn, Lenry Colcoat, you are up.
I'm just gonna look at the frog, smile, walk over here. I'll pick up another piece of burning fire.
Okay.
I'll light this on fire
Okay.
and flip out the side.
You set this one on fire, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Can I use my... no, I won't. That's it. That'll be my turn.
Okay. After Colcoat, it is their turn. Let's see. This one's gonna run up, flailing madly. He makes a disadvantaged attack on you, Colcoat. Oh. Does a 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Swinging madly, the spear shanks you for 4 damage. Make a concentration check to keep Fog Cloud.
Yep. Still up.
Still up, okay. And over here, some attacks on Erlebald. Then Lenry, you get 3. So Erlebald, yours is gonna miss.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Lenry, your luck sucks. Does a 16 hit?
Barely.
Okay.
No, I'm taking the full brunt of all of it.
You take 3 damage, followed by 8 damage, followed by 9 damage.
I'm down.
Okay. Lenry is down,
Yeah.
and Erlebald, you are swamped by these guys.
Nowhere near enough to kill me outright, but wasn't great.
That's good. Meanwhile, over here, Mackinac, you're going to get some attacks. 4 spears. And roll that dexterity saving throw for the Sacred Flame, please.
Well, we don't know it's a sacred flame. Could be anything.
It's a froggy flame.
I mean, you are a cleric. You should probably know what it looks like.
That's a fair enough point. 3 for dex save.
3, okay. So that's going to hit you as well as 2 spears.
Okay. I do reduce the spear damage by 3 each time.
Okay, so that's good. The first one is 5, down to 2, and the next one is 9. After that, Sacred Flame is a D8. Okay, 2 damage.
Okay.
Are you still conscious?
Of course I am.
Okay, it is
I
your
do
turn.
agree. That was second wind.
Okay.
Where's the D10? Get 7 HP back. And I will throw that spear.
Okay.
Hopefully cut that last little thread.
The AC is 10.
Gotta break a 10.
There it goes. Finally, the arm falls. The last little thread is cut, and it tumbles down to the ground right here.
I walk over and grab it.
Okay.
Now, question: I have mending.
Yes.
Would I be able to use that to reattach my arm?
I'd say so. Yeah, you could use an action to reattach it.
Perfect.
Okay. Are you going to walk away or stay there?
I will probably stay there,
Okay.
and as a bonus action, cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. After that, Erlebald, it's your turn. You see Lenry go down, and then the mob runs over towards you.
Which one of these froggy fuckers is damaged?
This guy.
Wonderful.
course.
Oh, I've gotta use my new ability. So I'm gonna move this way into the fog.
Okay.
So I'd proc an AOO from this guy right here.
He rolls a garbage roll. You're fine.
Then moves here. So I'd proc an AOO from this guy.
Disadvantage. He misses as well.
And then moves out. And please God, let this happen. Sharpshooter attack on this froggy. Bursting dart. It's only expended if I hit. But
Okay.
I've gotta hit this. Come on for the money. Hell yeah, that's a 21.
That's gonna hit. Roll your damage and all.
Wonderful. So it's D4, my regular dart damage, plus 2d6 to everyone, including the one I hit. So I'll roll that.
Rough.
Unfortunate. So that's
6 to the group, and how much to the first guy?
14 to the first guy, or 14 plus 6, so 20 total.
Okay. You step around doing a little dodge here, and then toss out one of these darts. Imbuing it with magic, it strides forth, hitting this first frog creature, and then explodes. Its chest cavity turns into like a red mist, and a sonic wave kind of bursts out, hitting the other frogs. And you see this one get impaled on a branch back here as he's pushed back as well. So those ones are both dead. Got a double kill, and these ones are alive still.
And then So I spent, how much did I miss? 1, 2, 3. So just move back into the cloud. 1, yeah, just 1 into the cloud.
Okay.
Because I want to be here for Lenry. Alright, end turn.
Roll initiative, please. Let's see if Lenry rolls high.
Find my d20. The opposite of high.
Ooh. Earlbald's going first, it seems. It's your turn again, Earlbald. What do you want to do? You're standing there on the edge of the fog cloud.
Alright, just... Earlbald's gonna do what Earlbald does best. Throwing his dart. Should I use my second bursting? No. Regular sharpshooter throw. So walk out and attack this one.
Okay.
Hell yeah, that's a 16.
16 hits.
That's 15 damage.
15? You kill this one.
Wonderful. And then retreat back to the safety of the cloud.
Okay. After that, it's our enemy's turn, and... Let's see. This one will lose its nerve and turn to run away. And... over here, Mackinac, it looks like most of these creatures have run out of spears to throw, and so only a couple of them managed to get up to you and make melee attacks. The best of which is the 18.
That is a miss.
Okay. And then a dexterity saving throw, please. Oh.
It's a 13.
Okay. You barely make the pass.
Ooh.
And let's see. Colcoat, disadvantaged attack on you. Yeah, definitely a miss. Now at this point, I need somebody to roll luck.
I will take it this time. Please do not blame me if this is poor.
It's all your fault, Relic.
Shit.
Oh no!
Shit. I warned you guys.
It's okay. We can do this.
You're standing over here by the lake as the whirlpool starts to swirl around. You feel the current on your single leg a little bit stronger, though it's not nearly enough to actually move you around or pull you in. You turn over in a brief moment, given some respite as these frog creatures seem to have run out of most of their munitions, and you watch as a large belch of some sort of poisonous greenish cloud comes bursting out of this vortex of the abyss from within the whirlpool, and you hear what sounds like a loud croak that comes from down there, and feel a rumbling in the ground. For you guys... You hear what sounds like a mild earthquake. Like the ground feels like it's shaking and rumbling. It is your turn, Colcoat.
Earl of Bald. I guess he can he talk during other people's turns?
Mm-hmm.
He just shout out, "Attack the one that's running!"
I'll hear something in the distance, but I do have a frog in front of me here. I'm guessing the cloud. I wouldn't be able to see there, hey?
You can't see, yeah. You
Okay,
can hear
so
that there's commotion in this direction, but you don't know what's going on.
Okay, hopefully this doesn't backfire. I drop the fog cloud, and then I try to push this frog creature into the burning hut.
Athletics check, please.
21.
Ooh, yep. Easily you push him in there. After that, he starts scrambling around inside the embers of the, of the tent. And we'll see if he manages to survive in the coming turns. as he takes 3 damage as he's initially dropped in there. He's in like a burning parachute as the thing kind of like collapses on him.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 5, 6, and the backseat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll be it.
Okay. After your turn, it is time for Lenry's death save. Roll well, Koala. Tuesday's seen enough tragedy.
Yeah, let me do that one thing I don't do.
Oh no.
Nope. Told
One
you.
fail. Everyone roll initiative, please. Watch Lenry get a 20, then a 1.
Wait, did
Wait, I get a
Relic
turn.
get his turn?
Wait, what? Did we
I
miss
put my arm
Relic?
back on.
Oh, smoke weed. Yeah, no, it's your turn, Mackinac. Which is good, because I rolled a 20 for their initiative.
Yeah, get out of here,
That's
20.
great.
Hey, hey.
Well, you don't
It's
want
fine,
that.
Mackinac. You know, it's fine. Mackinar's turn.
It's
We
Mackinar's
just-
turn. Yeah, all rolls are
Yeah, we
moved.
shouldn't. Yeah.
Can I throw my arm back in its socket and cast Mending?
Please do. With your action, a moment later, magically reknit, your arm pops into place, the joint kind of reseals, and you feel like you can move your hand again.
Huzzah.
You also regain 4 HP.
Does this have simulacrum heal? Rip body parts off and put them back on?
Not exactly.
Now how high up is my leg?
Your leg is the same height.
Oh. Can I attempt to either jump or climb now that I have 2 arms?
Sure, absolutely. Make an athletics check. Nah,
Rather than make 4 different spear rolls? It's a 15.
15. Okay. You manage to climb up here, and while you're doing so, you do provoke an opportunity attack from these little frog people on the ground.
That's fine.
Uh,
That would be
oh.
fine if, you know.
One of them does hit with that 20.
Oh.
Okay. Critting you for a total of 11 before anything else.
Okay.
And
Down.
you manage to get high up enough that you grab onto your leg. There's a rope that secures around it and reaches up towards the sort of top of the totem.
Can I climb higher to just get out of their reach before I like start to
Sure, yeah, make
dislodge my
a...
leg?
We'll use the rest of the stuff on your turn. Make another athletics check.
Sure.
Okay.
21.
You are now thoroughly out of their reach. You climb even higher. You're like at the level where your leg hangs from, like where the rope goes up to it and meets. So you're like at the very top of the totem pole. And from here, you are able to see what looks like 2 baleful greenish eyes that are starting to grow closer and closer from the vortex. Is that your turn?
Yep, that is my turn.
Now
Actually-
roll initiative. Oh, whoa.
Throw it on the Titan Furnace, and then that's my turn.
I don't think you have that. 'Cause we talked about
No?
that last time.
Weren't you just in the water?
I mean, my feet were in the water.
I don't know how deep. So
Was I too deep?
No, I don't think it was that. I thought you didn't have it for another reason.
well,
Oh,
I know
no,
last
no,
I
session
think I
he
had
had,
it last
he had
session
gone
because I
under.
went swimming, and then we went to
Right.
combat immediately after swimming.
Yeah, I'd say it's dry by now then. You're all good. Let's see what we get here. Initiative
Sure.
rolls, please. Oh, no.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, did I hit your dice there, Relic?
It was gonna land on a 15 and it got hit to 3.
I'm sorry.
Erlabald, you're first to
Waste
go.
so many lives.
Alright, I guess. I have a healer's kit. Let me figure out how that works.
You can, with the healer's feat, use it to heal people. Otherwise, all it does is you can expend a charge to stabilize someone without the need for a roll.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
Okay?
Is this is an action, right?
Yes.
Alright, so run over to Lenry, healer's kit, stabilize her,
Okay.
and then can I pick her up, or does that take an action?
You've just used your action, so I'd say, yeah, you can't really pick her up.
Alright. And then in my turn.
Okay, Lenry is stabilized, and next up is Colcoat.
If it helps, I'm 110 pounds without all my gear.
Okay. I pull out my gun. Do I have these two in my view at all? Or sorry, I guess just Earl because Leonard's down.
Yeah, you can see them.
So I grab my gun and just kind of cock it, getting ready to shoot. And I look at Earl and kind of nod and see if he. I'm going to go for the leader.
Now?
Mackinac still out there, and can't quite tell, but there's something crazy going on.
Okay. I trust you know what you're doing.
Look, if you can take care of Lenry, things come to it, we can always try to run and regroup. Just be ready. So I'm gonna pop out. Hopefully not in this guy's range. Would I have a view of the frog leader from this range?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to... I really hope this works. I'm gonna bonus action Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take a shot at the frog leader.
Go for it.
Just take a deep breath. Tight. Guide my shot.
Oh!
22.
You hit. You definitely hit. Roll damage.
Okay, so it's 8 damage, and then him and everyone within 5 feet have to do a dex saving throw.
Okay. I'll roll for him first, and then I'll roll for his minions.
No!
It's Jank.
Janked.
Oh, okay, good.
Janked.
We got another try. I don't have a very high spell DC, so he needs to roll low.
Ooh.
No!
That is, what was it, Dex?
Yep.
That's a 15.
No, he passes.
Okay, his minions go. And they get 14s.
Okay, so they just take half the damage of this then.
Okay. So how much is that?
It will be... Watch it be like a 2. Oh my god, it's a 2.
It was a 2.
They take 1 piercing damage.
Okay.
Fuck, that did not work at all.
1, 1, 1. And the initial damage from the actual shot was how much?
8 damage.
8 damage.
Is that including... Oh, you bonus action Hail of Thorns, not
Yeah.
your...
So you fire out this loud shot, and from your gun, you see what looks like a sort of splitting effect as the bullet flies forward. In a flash there, it's like a bunch of thorns kind of explode out from the impact, and the frog leader recoils back here, and the others nearby are peppered in like these little tiny thorns, but it looks like it's more of a nuisance for them than a serious injury, and they kind of turn and look in your direction.
Well, I want to lead them away from my injured companion, so I'll take off down here. 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
Okay. Lenry, you are simply conscious, laying there on the ground, and it is our enemy's turn here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He gets the hell out of there. Mackinac, they can't reach you, and oh god, what would we do here? Okay, I'm gonna roll to see if the frogs do the smart choice or the not smart choice. Smart choice is 11 or higher.
Eat shit, stupid frogs.
I like that roll.
Okay. After that, the frogs start to kind of like run and disperse all over the place. The leader gives a shout, and a whole bunch of the ones from over here start to move in your direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's the not smart thing?
So he'll get like over here. And then...
These frogs are tactical geniuses, alright? This was their poor plan. You don't want to see their good plan.
These guys will run over here as well.
Their good plan involves whatever the fuck's in that whirlpool.
And let's see. The frog leader will make another attack on you, as he's the only one who can really make these ranged attacks. Make a dex check, please.
Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
No!
You take... 8 radiant damage.
I am unconscious.
Okay. I would like you to roll raw luck to see if you are stuck on the totem pole or if you fall off, taking damage.
That's an 8 for luck.
Okay. You tumble from the totem pole here, landing on the ground. You have a single failed death save. And as that's their turn, I need you to make another death save.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
Well, you're not dead yet.
That's 2 fails.
Oh boy.
Everybody roll initiative, please.
So, super high initiative.
Shit.
I don't have anything that could help him there. They
Oh,
did
do
roll
I even
very
need to?
high.
'Cause I'm just kind of out of it.
Yeah, you can stay there. I'd be fine with that.
I mean, that's what I rolled anyway.
Erlebald, it looks like you're first here. You stabilized Lenry. You know, she's still unconscious, but she's not going to die as long as you guys can get out of this somehow.
Yeah, I just have no options. I'm just going to pick her up and move, you know, careful as can be away from the pandemonium.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. After that, it is Frog People turn. Let's see. You fall down to the ground over here, and the Frog People no longer perceive you as a threat. One of them grabs onto your leg and kind of just hoists you on, pushes you over there to the totem where you belong. And after that, listening to their leader, they continue to run off. Let's see if this guy... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Yeah, okay. And... it is Colcoat or Machinar's turn.
Oh, I mean, I guess I can go.
Prolong Relic's life for another 20 seconds.
I guess I just wanna... I wanna grapple that guy and throw him in here.
Suplex another frog. Oh, I forgot to roll damage for them. I'm gonna roll to see if that guy got out of the tent. Make a dex save for him.
This would be a good time for like a flaming corpse.
Oh,
Almost corpse to come out.
There's a bunch of thrashing, and then it just kind of stops as this one dies. You go to grapple this guy. He'll make a check to contest you. Rolling a
Fuck
17.
Oh, 19.
Okay, you managed to grab a hold of him, and you're tossing him into the fire.
Yeah, into this one here before I take off.
Okay. Let's see. You made an action to grapple him, so unless you have something else to get into their action, you'll have to do that next turn.
Okay, so I guess I'll just, can I just reposition myself a bit?
Sure. Yeah, you kind of get closer to the fire there as you're holding him.
Well, actually, no, wait, no. I'm just gonna stay where I am. That's it. That's my turn, I guess.
Okay. Mackinac, please.
So I'm rereading my racial traits.
Yes.
According to what I have written, I have advantage on death saving throws.
Huh? Yep, I do remember writing something like that for the simulacrum. It's supposed to be very hard to kill them.
Is it possible to retroactively roll the second advantage die for that previous turn and then continue?
I think we'll leave that to luck.
Alright.
I'm going to make a luck roll here. Let's see. If you get an 11 or higher, then I'll give it to you. Rolling for retcon. Retcon it is.
Retcon achieved.
Roll the second one.
Retcon roll.
Okay,
It's a pass.
so you have a fail and a pass, and now roll one for
And
now.
then this turn.
Good time for a 20 relic.
I know, right?
Yes!
19.
Okay, another
Two
pass.
passes.
Then Lenry, it's your turn.
Whew.
You have nothing there. Everyone roll again.
I breathe.
Hooray! MVP!
Solid choice.
I mean,
To the bottom of the initiative order I go.
Who's feeling lucky?
Oh, not me.
I'll do it. I'm only unconscious.
Do it, Lenry.
11.
Okay. No frog demon today. Next up is your turn, Colcoat. What do you want to do? You're holding
Hey,
this guy. Gonna go for the
Get
toss?
in the fire, frog bitch.
Okay, rolling for him.
Oh fuck! I rolled really badly.
Oh! Not only do you fail to push him, but he escapes from your grapple, squirming out of your hands.
Does he have enough like wits about him to get an opportunity attack on me if I book it as soon as he squirms away?
I'd say with his 20, probably.
Fair enough. And that would have been my action to throw him in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got nothing. I'm gonna have to take it. Opportunity attack.
Okay. Roll to see what he gets. Ooh. That's gonna be a miss.
So 1. Can I pick up a torch as I'm running by?
Sure, you could interaction a torch.
Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I'll come in here.
Roll luck, please.
12.
Inside of the tent, you find a bunch of mundane items. The only thing that seems rather useful is there is a sword here on the ground. You see a long sword that is distinctly human, maybe taken from the captives.
How much more can I do here? Can I just drop the torch to light the fire and then that's it?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
So you go to start a fire over there. And next up is Lenry, it's your turn. You do nothing. You breathe. Erlebald.
Alright. Are these things... Do they see us? Or are they...
It looks like they do.
Alright. Then... You know what? Fuck these punks. I'm just going to... double dash carrying Lenray.
Okay, for sure.
Just try to... I'd be off the map at this point.
Okay.
But moving south and then a little towards the road a little bit.
I'd
But
say
mainly heading that way.
A few of them sound like they're still pursuing behind you, but a lot of their footsteps kind of drown out. After that, is that your whole turn?
Yeah, that's my whole turn.
So a couple of these guys are going to go chasing after, while the rest are going to turn around and... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one will actually be able to get into the tent here, and he's going to try and stab you when he comes in. Getting a 19.
Yeah.
You take 3 damage. And after that, over here on this side, let's see. A couple of these guys will go and start tying you back up, and the leader will go over to see what's going on over here. Stay kind of close to the lake. It is your turn, Mackinac.
Oh boy. Making another death saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Another 19.
Okay, so is that 2 passes or 3?
That would have been 3.
Okay, so everybody roll initiative. You dead people can stay there if you want.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
dead.
choose to stay this time.
Ooh.
So you guys are definitely going first. Did anyone roll a... No, it would be higher anyway. Somebody roll luck, please. Roll for Frog Demon.
I'm gonna roll, because I think I got this one after that terrible initiative. Oh, fuck. We're dead. We're all dead.
Everything's gone to shit.
A large explosion can be heard, and all of you guys feel this rumble from over towards the lake, and in a sort of like cascade, this absolutely massive just jet of water being displaced and pushed out. You see a frog creature about this big. Come bursting out of the lake, and it's so tall that you can, like practically see it through the flap of the tent over here. And all of the water just comes spraying and smashing down on the ground on the outside of the lake. And the leader kind of like looks over, and Mackinac, you're unconscious, so you don't get any of this. But the thing turns around and immediately turns over towards this frog creature here, and you see it opens its mouth and a tongue grabs a hold of the thing and just devours it instantly.
Yikes.
Well.
After that, it's the frog people's turn, and let's see. All of them would be able to hear this, the summoning of their god, and oh goodness, Coldcoat, how much HP do you have?
I have 9 HP.
Okay, so let's see. How much is that of your total?
That is... 36%.
Okay, so you look pretty wounded. This guy thinks he can just kill you, so he's gonna make another attack.
Almost succeeds gloriously.
After the swing there and the miss, you're okay. The others running towards you seem to stop, and their footsteps immediately end, and they kind of move back to go and see what is going on over here. And even the ones on the outskirts kind of holding patrols, they come running back to the lake as well. And after that, let's see. Are there attacks? Well, potentially on Erlebald and Lenry over there. Erlebald, you're in a chase right now. I'd like you to make an athletics check as 2 frogs pursue.
Let me roll that. That is the 14.
Okay. You're running and running, and you're actually keeping like a pretty good distance with them, despite the fact that you're carrying Lenry. And as they try to chase after you, you don't get hit by any darts or any javelins or anything like that. You're managing to kind of like stay away from them. And Erlebald, it's your turn. What would you do?
Alright, so are we that far away compared to... Yeah, I guess I just...
You think they're roughly like 80 feet behind you.
Hmm.
You can still hear them coming after you and everything, rushing through the jungle underbrush, but you're far away enough from them that they can't seem to attack you. Though they could catch up at any minute.
Heed stealth. Or at least attempt to.
Go for it.
That is a 17.
Oh. Okay. You go, find a place, and tuck you and Lenry into like a little bush nearby. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Colcoat, you're up.
Well, this frog needs to go away. I pull my gun out, planar warrior, and try to blast him.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. 15?
Hits.
No, that's not
Wait,
a 15.
what? Excuse me?
Oh my
You have a
god.
plus 9?
13.
13. 13 still hits. That is exactly
Okay.
his AC.
Damage. There we go.
Oh.
That is 15 force damage.
With a loud blast, this frog creature that still has some pins and needles in him loses his head as a little puff of red mist pops out of the other side, and he just tumbles over in the flaps of the tent.
I caught a glimpse of that frog thing, right?
Yes.
I don't want to leave Mackinac. What to do. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, grab another torch.
The ultimate weapon. You can see all of the frogs over here looking towards this thing, and they're chanting, all saying like the same sets of the same few sounds and syllables over and over, and some of them are like bowing, some are on their knees.
Okay. Hopefully they are not noticing me. I obviously seem pretty busy, so I'll take that torch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The backseat. For extra movement. 1, 3, 4, 5,
Luck roll.
6. Ten.
There's nothing in here. Looks like
Okay,
a standard
I'll,
frog tent. Little spears and stuff are the most useful things that you find.
Sorry, 9. Drop my torch there, and then I'll just step in the entrance, and that's the turn.
Okay. After that, let's see here. Colcoat, as your turn finishes up, it is yours, Mackinac. You are unconscious there, and everybody roll initiative, please.
No opportunity to roll the magical d20.
The magical d20, what do you mean?
The magical nat 20. No opportunity to come back at 1 HP with a nat 20.
Oh, once you're stable, then yeah, it ends.
Okay. All right.
In some circumstances, but not this one. Let's see here. Lenry, looks like it's our enemies first. The leader runs over, and like so many clerics before him, he tries to commune with this demonic entity he has summoned after so much work. He makes the all-important wisdom roll to bend the creature to his will.
That was
It almost-
a big problem.
He waves, bows, chants. You see magical filigree appear in the air, the changing and shifting of colors as he tries to weave spells, and the frog creature turns towards him, and then in a rampage, it leaps forward, and its body smashes onto all of them. Oh geez, what the fuck just happened there? That's an interaction with
Magic.
tokens I didn't know. I guess if one...
Huh.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Mackinac, or somebody else, I'd like you to roll raw luck to see if you are crushed by this thing as it jumps over.
Oh
Oh
god.
god.
Can't do it.
If it's a 1 to a 5, the thing lands on him.
Who's rolling that?
Relic's
I'll
got it in
roll
his
it.
hand. He's holding his own fate.
I'm waiting for the wind to turn to a good direction.
Yep, no, take your time. You know,
Mhm.
when you whisper to the bowling ball to get your strike. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I saw that too. The thing smashes down on the ground, and from your point of view, Colcoat, you're just like, oh no, that's where Mackinac was. Meanwhile, for you guys over here, you're hiding, and these creatures, they come running after you, so we'll cut to them. They're looking around, and they don't find you at all. And they sound like they're maybe 10, 20 feet behind you, coming up, and they, you know, stare left and right, poke through the brushes and stuff. They listen, but they don't seem to know where you are, Erlebald. And then there's this loud, thunderous smash, and the whole earth kind of shakes for a brief moment. And the things immediately turn around and start running in the opposite direction.
Can I, on my turn, can I move to follow them and then attack them?
Yeah, on your turn.
Alright.
Over here, after seeing their leader crushed, pandemonium erupts. Between all of their tents going up in flames and the frog demon just destroying the leader of their tribe, all the frog creatures just frantically run in every direction you could imagine. It's absolute madness. And this guy doesn't want to be here. Let's see. It is your turn, Erlebald. Do you want to attack them? They are 20 feet away from you.
Yes, I do. Sharpshooter, attack this fucker.
Okay, you have advantage. You are hidden.
Where's my other d20?
I don't know. Somewhere on the board, probably.
Oh yeah, I left it on the board. Whoops.
We've got a messy board going on right now.
Come on. Hell yeah, that's 14.
That'll hit. Yep. Roll damage.
That's 15 damage.
Okay, you kill one of them with a single dart. The other looks over in a panic and sees you there.
Alright. Yeah, end my turn.
Okay.
Or move as close as I can and then end my turn.
Oh, you want to get in melee with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Or wait, I'm carrying Lenry. No, I don't. I want to get as close as just stay where I am. This is just...
You should slap him with the unconscious girl.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Hey.
Colcoat, it's your turn.
Where's the attention of this thing right now?
Right now, it's looking around and... let's see. He's looking in this direction. Like, towards the road and into here.
Okay, I will. Is this guy gonna attack me if I walk past him?
No. His arms are literally in the air as he's running
Okay.
around.
6, and then we'll dash. 2. So, in the jungle here, and trying to be as out of line of sight as that fucking thing as I can.
The fuck?
For fuck's sake.
Especially now that I see what it looks like.
I have no idea what that.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
It's the face of God.
It's the face of God. So you get into the forest, into the jungle, and you're out of here. At least for now. You don't seem to be attacked by that guy as you run straight past him, even though he could. And, Mackinac, you don't know it, but you're safe. Everyone roll initiative.
Are you kidding me? I've rolled 4 3 times in a row.
That is not a good roll.
Well, it's 777s, though, I guess. At least it sounds nice.
What'd you get, Erlebald? An 8? Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so the frog creatures will go first. and this one turns over and immediately leaps, crushing this one, and you see it. At this point, you know, you're over there holding Lenry, and you've just thrown a dart, killing one of them. He turns over towards you, and then you see something that, like, rises up above the jungle trees. This massive frog creature here. You get a glimpse of it for a moment, and then it crushes down. You hear trees splintering. This frog creature is dead, and then a whole bunch more trees splintering. And the frog creature that's next to you will just turn to you, Erlebald, turn over in this direction, and then just run. He'll just dash. He's out of here.
Something tells me they didn't want to summon this.
Maybe they're just stupid fucking frogs.
Everybody just goes running in every direction, and it is your turn, Erlebald. At this point, given how things have developed, we're going to go into pseudo-combat. What do you want to do, Erlebald? We'll start with you.
Flee as far as I can until I no longer hear thunderous hops behind me.
Okay, I'm going to roll to see what direction the frog creature decides to go in. Oh, the hops get closer.
Yes.
Macknar giggles in the distance.
If they're getting closer, then he's going to sharply change direction and just try to run that way. And if they keep following him, then he's just gonna try to hide.
Okay. We'll clip over to our other conscious actor. What do you want to do, Colcoat? The frog demon is going further. Hey, you flipped it. Is going further and further away. And these guys are not going to attack you.
Okay. All I really want to do right now, I just want to check. I'm going to come around like this way.
Mm-hmm.
Check tents for anything I can. If there's antitoxins for maybe these people or anything that could help Mackinac if he's still around. So yeah, basically I'm just checking stuff out and trying to come around this way to make my way to Mackinac.
Make a perception check as you enter into the camp then. Oh no,
What?
intercepted by frog demon.
Another 4. It's an 8 perception.
An 8? Okay. You run in here and you see the massive destruction. Right here, there's just like a crater in the ground. And then over here, there's another crater. And then another one further on. The trees are just splintered and smashed. There's like frog bits all over the place. Everyone's running around. It's actually getting almost kind of like quiet in here as all the frog people go and run into the jungle. But the thunderous smashes of this demon can still be heard. And you don't see Mackinac at all. You make it into the first tent, make a luck roll. Okay,
6.
Garbage. And then you get into the second one. Are you bothering to light these on fire, by the way?
It's a 1 on that one. These ones, no.
Okay. Just like get in, get out. So you've checked that one. What did you roll for the next?
A natural 1.
A natural 1. Okay, you find nothing in there. And...
Oh, I don't know if you want me to go to the next one or not.
Yep, you can do the next one. I'd say you get to about there. This one you again find nothing. And off in the distance, this frog creature... Oh... Let's see. Let's see. Let me go for Erlebald or for the other frogs. Erlebald, roll a d20, please. If it's a 1 to a 10, he's coming after you.
Fuck!
The smashes on the ground get closer and closer, and at one point, the thing leaps up and like blots out the sun, so everything just goes dark for a second, and then you hear a whoosh like. And everything crumbles around behind you. It's getting closer. You're not going to outrun this thing. You think that you might be able to if you abandon Lenry, but carrying her, it's way faster than you.
I care not. I'm going to try to stealth from this thing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth then.
Come on, you haven't fucked me yet. 16.
Frog demon detection check. Ooh. Okay. Once again, it gets closer and closer, and then the sun blots out, and you see above you just like the massive body of this thing going over top, and then it leaps straight over you and smashes onto the ground and keeps going off into the distance. At this point, with the frogs dispersed and the demon going to who knows where, you guys are no longer in combat. We're going to take a brief 5 to 10 minute break.
Jesus Christ. There were way too many you live or die rolls there. Oh my god. We were so fucking boned. I can't believe we failed to, like, gank one of them. I just failed both attacks with advantage. You didn't do any damage.
Well, it's like, yeah, right away, like our first plan. Like, if this goes well, we can, you know, sneak around, pick them off, separate them. No. Fuck up the first one.
In theory, this worked in our favor, because we're all technically alive, and
Well,
the
we still gotta
frogs are
get out of
dead.
here. It's
Yes.
gonna be a bitch for me to drag Mackinac out of here, so I'm hoping I can. I just need a decent roll. Honestly, even if I could find antitoxin to help some of these people.
I'm sure the frogs manufacture it and keep it around.
You never know. If I find their bags and they're smart enough to buy one just in case.
Yeah, maybe you wake up one of the party members and they're just like, oh, we did buy one vial. Where is that thing? You're like, oh, I don't know.
Holy shit. Ugh.
You realize it was theirs you took all along.
Yeah, it wasn't mine.
Yours is like still in your bag when you find it. It's like, oh fuck. Oh, I didn't change the right music there. Sorry, one sec. Alright, I'm gonna go make some more tea. We'll see you guys in a few here, and see how this pans out. You guys might not be out of the frying pan yet.
What?
Well, I mean, look where you are. You're in the fucking jungle.
What? Dude, we're totally fine. I got one arm back. About to get a second leg back.
There's
I
nothing
don't
fine
know.
about this image right here.
What? He's beautiful, man. Look at him.
Why do you think I
That's a
flipped
pretty
it?
boy.
Cleaning his teeth. He takes care of his teeth. He's got a good hygiene. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, like, let's
Look at that. I wish I had skin like that.
look at that. I mean, he glows. Glowing.
Not a pimple on him, you know?
Oh, no.
Fear me.
He's got good facial structure.
Mm-hmm. Like nice amount of symmetry.
Mm-hmm. I like that both of his eyes are facing in completely different directions. It's good asymmetry.
Very good asymmetry. No, it's good.
So what do we say if we get out of this and get back to town? Oh, by the way, you guys might want to watch out for a giant frog.
What? No, that's every other Tuesday. Giant frog comes battling through.
I mean, that's someone else's
Typical
problem.
jungle nonsense. Am I right?
Wasn't one of the other groups coming near this area, or was that?
Oh, we don't need to warn them.
They already
Nobody told them
came.
about that.
They came and went.
Oh, I see.
I didn't have to kind of skim through the last part of the session, but they got
What if we
attacked by
lure
the
the giant
bandits.
frog creature south to the Wanti? Who's up for that idea?
I don't know about that one. I feel like the Yuan-Ti are just gonna pepper it with arrows till it dies, and then
Oh,
kill us.
But you know what? If we could build ourselves a little airship, we could lead the thing through the air, right? Just kind of shoot it,
Uh-huh.
have it follow us, and take out whatever we need. We just need to figure out how long its tongue is, though.
Yeah,
That's a
the
huge
ultimate
problem.
weapon. Who needs, like, a proper airship weaponry when you can have a fucking giant-ass frog?
See, we gotta figure out how to tame this thing, and just
God.
keep it out in the jungle in a cage. And when we need to go kill somebody, just like send a giant frog after them.
Don't roll an 8 on the wisdom roll.
That's just a DC 18 animal handling check, right? To tame
Easy.
something like that? Easy.
Easy.
God. This is not I mean, I guess the
The
frog demon...
escalation on this encounter from last session into this session is just fantastic.
I love it.
I love how like we had all these plans, like things started to turn around at the end of last session. Like Lenry and Earl had it going pretty well. I got a couple of good rolls. And then it's just complete shit right off the bat to start the session.
Well, we're doing alright. Me and you are pretty tough, and I've only taken 3 damage. Oh, I only took 3 damage. I should have 20.
I took a few hits
8
here.
health.
Well, and at this point, like, Cold Code is like frantically searching, like something can fix this. I can find something to fix this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Mac and Gaius are dead. I have no idea what's happened with you. I know Lenry's down, but
God, if only it was just intelligence 0, I could just bramble shot it and it's too stupid to take off the brambles and it just kills itself.
I wonder if Caltrips would stop that thing.
Yeah, I can picture that thing just slipping on a couple marbles. Fucking. God, it's so. I didn't expect how big it was. This
I
thing's
didn't expect that
gigantic.
That's a big frog, man.
Let's see here. Let's see what Trips do.
I'm tempted for us to just take a long rest in this tent right here. Just fuck it. If any of the frogs are dumb enough to come back, we can just kill them. And if the giant frog creature comes, we can probably just sneak out.
Holy
Maybe-
shit! Caltrips don't have. There's no size effect. It's just anything.
Yeah, I can see a Lucian rolling that a Kraken would get fucked up by Caltrips. It's
Man,
funny,
yeah.
I've been making my backup character, and
Me too.
they're
Wait,
gonna
what are you
be
making?
a rogue scout. He's all about trying. His dream in life is to make a monster zoo. Which is funny, we encountered a giant ass frog creature.
Well, at least if anything ever happens to Earl, you know there's a monster, giant frog creature to potentially tame.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I was making a Hexblade for my backup.
Oh, nice. God, I think I'm on my 3rd backup character. I just make so many.
Oh no.
One of them should be fun. It's Totem Druid Rogue 1, and then you just build up Rogue from there. It's all about the Hawk Totem, so you get advantage always, and then you just always hit. I don't know how good that'd be, but it sounds fun.
It sounds too good. It sounds like Aleutian wouldn't like it.
I mean, my damage is gonna be very subpar if I only have 1 in Rogue. Ooh, but especially if I get Elven Accuracy to stack on top of that, that'd be absurd.
That one's pretty nice, yeah.
Elven Accuracy, I've like tested out with it a lot in campaigns, and when it works wonderfully, but when it doesn't, it's just a dead feat.
I was actually looking at if I do my guy dies and I have to replace, I was looking for the feat to use Magic Initiate.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a toss-up between either the Shield of Faith, going Cleric, or Absorb Elements. I might do Absorb Elements from Wizard. So it's just like you only have so many spell slots with the Warlock, but then it's just like a once a day.
Yeah.
You can half the incoming magic damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be very useful. When that shit comes up, Shield and Shield and Absorb Elements are just phenomenal.
Yeah, they give you Shield as Hexblade, but like, can't imagine you'd actually want to waste a spell slot on Shield.
I mean, if you're about to get hit by a big boy hit, then...
But there's so many other things that you can use, like Blur or Mirror Image.
Oh yeah,
or
Blur is...
Visibility.
Blur is probably busted. Every time I've seen someone use it, they have like 20 AC, and then they use Blur, and then it's just can't get hit by anything. So the DM just starts using a bunch of magic attacks.
That's where you got Absorb Elements. Only the one time, though.
Oh, of course. I was thinking about making Earl Eldritch Knight so I can bonus action the dart back to my hand, but darts...
It's pretty sweet where it explodes. I mean, both of our shots that we had didn't really do... I mean, mine do shit, but the potential is there to do a lot more.
Yeah, for sure. It's bursting arrow, and then I got, or bursting dart, my bad, and then grasping dart, which is so fucking good. Grasping dart's amazing. It's just 2d6 damage immediately, and then whenever they move, for the next minute, they take 2d6 slashing damage until they spend their action to remove the brambles. So either they remove the brambles or they just take a shit ton of damage. It's quite good.
Pretty sweet. I haven't really looked too much at the Arcane Archer.
I just like it because it feels like Paladin, right? You never waste anything because you just only smite once you already hit, right? So there's never a wasted ability.
Yeah, shit's pretty nice.
Yeah, because I can just... like sharpshooter, I have to declare beforehand that I'm doing it, but I can just crit and then go, oh wait, I want to make this grasping, because you just channel the magic into it apparently, flavor-wise.
Shit, that bursting does force, eh? So we got 2 sources of force damage.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Force is so juicy.
Alright, well, once, if we can meet up and I can get Mackinac, what I'm going to do is I'll try to find us a planar portal to escape into.
I don't know how well that one's gonna work out for us. Maybe we should take the walking route.
That's fine.
I don't know, as long as we can just get back to the shipyard, get a long rest, we should be fine, because 4 level 3 characters are very good.
I can find you guys. Wherever you go, I can find you. I should be able to track
can?
you. Yeah, like I can track you.
Oh right, you're a super tracker.
So it's just a matter of seeing if I can get Mac out of here and then
I'm back.
bringing him with me
Welcome
while
back.
I try to find you guys.
They're gonna... Earl just doesn't know this, so he's just gonna try to go back to the village. Especially since... Or not right walking in the middle of town square, but, you know.
Fraxus sends you all some good luck.
We definitely need it on the luck rolls.
Okay. Alright, are we good to get back to it?
Should be.
That depends. Are we gonna die here?
Is everybody here?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm here.
Doctor was just here.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Welcome back, everyone. Hope the break was good. We return to the scene here with a large frog demon bounding off into the jungle, and a wrecked camp left derelict as all these frog creatures just run away. You're going through the different tents, Coalcoat, and you're going to check all of them getting up to here?
Yeah, because I couldn't see Mac. I'm a little freaked out at this point. Just like, I gotta find something that can fix this. I can fix this. And so I'm just kind of freaking out and searching tent to tent.
Okay. As you run over here, I want you to go ahead and make a perception check, please.
I'd rather get a good roll on this than luck. 11.
Okay. An 11. As you get to the front of this tent, you notice something. You see the swirling, the whirlpool over here, and you can see that at its bottom, there is an interplanar portal.
Oh shit.
It's massive. The whole thing is huge, and the water would easily sweep you into it if you were to dive in.
Okay, I'll probably hurry up a little bit, seeing that it's still a big wide open portal.
Okay. Roll luck. Okay. Inside of this tent here, who has not gotten their backpack yet? Because I think Mackinar's things haven't been found yet, right?
No, I think somebody had found my.
No, Lenry and Earl found it.
Right, you guys
It
found
was
it in
in
that tent at
this
the
one.
back. Yeah. So everyone's stuff is found then. In here, you find what looks to be some of the loot from your expedition. The clothes are in this tent. They're like the expensive noble clothing.
Honestly, at this point, I'm probably just gonna leave that.
Sure.
I'll make note that it's there, but I'll go to this one real quick.
Okay. That one you find to be an empty regular hut.
Okay.
And then you can roll the final luck roll here for this, and we will make these ones regular ones as well.
Oh shit,
Oh.
that's a 1.
That is not good. As you open up this tent, you see the lavish chieftain's tent is much larger than the rest of them and has all sorts of different tribal elements all over the place. There is a elaborate alchemy station in one corner where a cauldron bubbles and some different strange herbs hang from the wall being dried, that kind of thing. But on the other side, you find the rest of your gear, and the cart is there intact with the stuff in it, though it's kind of strewn all over the ground and would definitely take a while to pack up.
And there's no way I can push this, eh? That cart.
You could push the cart, because I think you guys were alternating between Gaius and
Mackinac.
Yeah, so for you think that you could, but it would be very slow going and difficult.
Okay. It's good to know that it's there. So I'm going to slowly walk over to where Mackinac was, and just the whole time kind of muttering under my breath, like, please be okay, please be okay, please be okay.
Okay. When you get over a little bit closer, you see something there. It doesn't look good. Hanging from the top of this monument, which has been broken, at the tip of the totem pole, there is a single piece of rope that hangs down, and you see Mackinar's leg hanging from it.
Oh no, not you too, Mackinac. I'll rush over and try to grab the leg down.
On the other side, that's when you see him getting closer. Mackinar's body, minus one leg, lays there on the ground, and there's still like a faint hum that comes from his body, and you can see what looks like a very sort of small flame within his chest.
You're still alive. I'll throw the leg down for now and drag him. I'd probably be able to reattach his leg with the stuff we had in here, hey? If I just took some time to...
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, so I'll drag him and the leg back into this room here,
okay,
and try to reassemble him.
Okay. You take Mackinar's body and drag him off and get him over into there. Meanwhile, for you, Erlebald, this creature has gone way past you. You don't know what its quarry is, or if it even has the concept of some thing that it's going after, but it seems to have left you. And there in the woods, you are with Lenry, who's passed out but stable, and you're not in any immediate danger, so it seems.
Alright, he's going to try to, staying low, move back to the village, just inching forward, keeping an eye out for frogs.
Okay. We'll get rid of this thing for now. Okay, so you're headed back to the village?
Yes.
Alright. When you finally return to the village with Lenry here, it is deserted. There's nothing around. Half of the tents are on fire or have been destroyed. There is still a swirling that comes from the lake, where there's a, what's it called? A large whirlpool that leads down to some sort of strange black abyss. But it's empty here. The only real sound that you hear of any life in the place is that of like coughing and sick people over here in this tent.
Alright, he's going to, I guess, look around the totem, he's not trained in this, but try to figure out where Mackinac lies.
You see a Mackinac-shaped imprint in the mud, but he's not there. But, like, you clearly see his robotic form, like, outlined there in the dirt. And right beside a massive crater.
Does he see the imprint of Mackinac being drug off, or did
Easily.
Colcoat lift him all the way up? Oh, alright. Well, he's just gonna follow
Okay.
the tracks then.
You reattach Machinar's arm, and Machinar, with advantage, make a death save to see if you get that magic 20. Or not your arm, but your leg is put on.
I mean, I'll accept the third arm. It's an interesting proposition.
Yeah. Do you want to be the one-legged
Watch him
triple
roll
arm robot?
2 1s.
Okay, no, it doesn't bring you back. You reattach him, and sure enough, Machinar looks like he's going to make it, and you hear footsteps approaching. And Erlebald, you hear what sounds like fiddling from inside, much like the workshop sounds that you're so familiar with.
Quickly just bursts in.
Just leave Lenry in the dirt.
Or I guess with his shoulder, he's gonna open the door. Make sure to keep holding on to Lenry.
Okay, Machinar is out, but you see Colcoat there putting the finishing touches on what looks to be some portions of his leg that he's repairing. Colcoat, you see Erlebald just fly in through the flaps of the tent with Lenry over his shoulder.
Oh, Earl, sight for sore eyes.
Oh, I'm glad you're still alive too.
What happened with that creature?
It jumped and then it kept doing that.
You guys still hear it, like it's just a distant kind of boo, boo.
Well, don't know how safe it is here, but we've got 2 wounded companions. Might be best if try to get a bit of rest. These 2 need to at least be up. I can't move this cart on my own.
Yes, I agree with that.
Given how loud that thing is, I'm sure we can listen for it. If for any reason we hear it get closer, we can always take off.
Definitely.
Something else, I don't know if you noticed in that pool out there, but there's some kind of planar portal at the bottom.
Would regular people be aware of what planar portals are?
I would say make a luck roll.
Alright.
See if you've ever heard anything about it.
Table talk for reference, I probably wouldn't even know that much about them at this point. Just basically what they are.
A 5.
Okay, yeah, you have no idea what that is. Like, you've heard there's other planes, but you don't know how portals work or anything like that. Like, that just sounds weird.
I have no idea. Is it another frog creature?
Well, I'm not too sure, unfortunately. All I know is the general idea of what they do, and that is where that creature came from. It's still open as far as I can tell, but I don't really know much else. If we can make it out of here, I'd like to do some research on it because, well, I think this left unmanned or unguarded to anyone to walk up and, well, look what those frog people did. It's something that we will need to tend to in the future.
I can see that. He's just sort of thinking it over.
It is part of my duty to Titan.
If more could crawl out of there, should we move to the tent that's behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if anything can come out right now. It seemed the last one had to be summoned. So, at least if no one touches that pool, I feel like we might be alright for now.
Oh, I might have stepped in the water when I was following.
I don't think that's a sacrifice. It's probably alright.
Okay, good.
Let me have a look. I finished up with Mac here anyways. I'll walk out and have a look and just peer into the water and see. Are there any creatures in it anymore? Or are those things all gone?
You see them clustered around the shallows of the pool. They look, once you're up close, you can see them. They're like these tadpole things with razor-sharp teeth. You also notice something else. Across the lake, you can easily see that some of the captives look like they're kind of gathering themselves and moving around.
Oh shit. Alright, I gotta get over there.
Okay. You run over, and you see one of them who looks like a fairly strong, seasoned veteran soldier with a bunch of scars and heavy muscles. Seems to have a more conscious look in his eyes, and looking at all of them, he looks the least ill out of the group, and he's currently helping one and kind of trying to drag them out of the tent. And when he sees you come up, he looks over and just kind of coughs and goes,
hello, my fellow captives.
"Help."
I'm not quite sure what I can do. I'll step over. Is there anything I can do for him?
He seems quite sick, and the rest of them are all like that too. They're just a mess. It's like they're at the high of a fever of some kind.
I've searched the camp. There's not really anything that will help with this, unless any of you know how to use an alchemy set. I think you'll just have to fight through it.
Frogs.
They've scattered for now. I'm sure you saw that giant one. It's gone off in the jungle, and I'll motion off the direction. I don't know if it's coming back or not, but for now it is safe.
I'd like you to make an insight check, please.
Ooh. Card will tell me insight is... that's an 8.
He gives you a nod accompanied by a somewhat vacant stare.
How is it that you ended up here?
Attacked.
Well, where did they attack you?
Money? Coin?
They attacked you in money?
He shakes his head, and you can see a look of frustration comes over him.
Kind of give him a odd look. Are you asking me for money?
He shakes his head again. No.
Well, who are you anyways? Are these people all with you, or are you different parties?
He kind of looks around and he goes to speak and then just starts coughing violently.
Look, perhaps these questions are best kept for when you're feeling a little bit better. Come across to the other side of the water if you would like to rest in a more enclosed tent. But please do not touch the water. Bad things in there.
It looks like he kind of sort of dozes off halfway through your sentence, but he nods to you when you finally finish there, and he goes, "Okay, yeah, rest." And they'll follow you back if you go over there.
Yeah, I'll do my best to bring them all over and try to, I'll try to set them up in these 2 tents.
Sure. Do you do anything in the tent while Colcoat is gone there, Erlebald?
He's just watching them, and if he's bringing sick people into this main tent, he's gonna try to back up as far as he can with Lenry. I don't think... Yeah, he's pretty sure Mackinac can't get sick.
So you're putting them in this tent, or in this tent, or both?
No, we'll just kind of give them their own tent for now so they can just
okay.
Rest up. Try to make them as comfortable as I can.
It takes a
with,
bit.
The stuff that's in here.
They move incredibly slowly. Sometimes you have to help individual people kind of wander over, but eventually you get them into the tent, and that guy turns to you and he gives you a thank you before kind of laying down. And you return back to Erlebald, who's there next to Lenry and Mackinac.
Well, early, the other captives woke up. They're not in good shape. They're just resting in the other tent.
Are we planning on bringing them back with us?
Well, if they recover fast enough, I would feel quite bad about leaving them here.
Definitely. What are they ill with?
I believe they've just got the poison that the frogs applied to them to paralyze them. I had the same type. That antitoxin we had is actually what cured me.
Oh.
But, I could not find any for them.
I'm glad we bought the antitoxin. I wanted to spend it all on darts, if I'm being honest.
Well, the darts paid off too, but yes, I'm quite glad we had the antitoxin.
But what if we had more darts? Ugh, whatever. Linry might be able to help them when she wakes up. She's quite talented.
Yes, I didn't get to speak with them much. I'll try to do so once they are a bit more conscious and are able to answer questions. But for now, let's wait for Mackinac and Lenry to get up.
Okay. Are you guys going for a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll fast forward then. You guys all long rest, and Lenry and Mackinac, you're both back to full, including the others. I do, however, need a luck roll before we start any of this.
Oh dear.
Who wants to roll it? I'm ready.
I am not feeling
Okay,
lucky.
let's
I've
go.
rolled a lot of fours.
Oh, they're rolling it.
Fucking 5.
5? Okay. When you guys wake the next day, you're feeling much better. But I do have a question. The cart inventory is written down somewhere, is it not? Cart
Should have
inventory.
been.
Who was
If you
Daxon
tie-
keeping track of that?
No, there's a card somewhere.
Yeah, there's one over here.
Yeah, so that's part 1. Part 2 is over here. I don't think we added the loot because in the process of looting is when we got ambushed.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Uh-huh.
I don't
Yes,
think we
there
found much other than the
There's
cannon.
fancy clothes.
We found cannon, fancy clothes,
Found the ring.
a big slab that wasn't able to be moved.
Sure.
That's about it. We also found like some scrap metal, but I think that was just useless.
Okay. Most of that is there. If somebody remembers stuff, how about you guys start adding those into the cart inventory?
Yeah. Just one person because we can't add all at the same time as the overwrites.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I'll add stuff.
Okay.
What do we have?
When you guys wake the next day, it seems quite tranquil, and you initially notice that the sound from outside of the tent is that of like rain coming down and pitter-pattering on the tent, and you also don't hear the rush of swirling water.
Oh, I'll wake up and just look at the two. Oh, Lenry and Mackinac. Oh, it's good to see you again.
I'm glad we're all alive. Well, I'm glad.
Most of us are alive.
Yes.
Just let out a heavy sigh.
Oh, what happened?
We live. I'm not quite sure what happened with you and Earl, but he made sure you survived. I looked after Mackinac, and well, we're still here.
Where are we?
We're in the middle of the frogs' home. They're all dead or fleed through the trees.
Perhaps we should check our surroundings before we speak for too much longer. I'm gonna step out or peek outside and see what the scene's like.
The whirlpool is gone, and the only thing that remains is these clouds of these tadpole-like creatures which move around very lazily in the water. You also see something else, however. This tent here has been dismantled, as well as this one, and they're both gone. There's nothing there. You don't see anything of the people that were there.
If I have a look around, is there any evidence of tracks, like where they went, or how? Give me an idea how long ago it would have been.
You see that there's tracks that go off towards the... Actually, no, make a survival check. Let's see what you get here, given that it's raining outside.
That's so good. That is 11.
Okay.
11.
So you see some muddied footprints and things like that. You think you make out what could be boot prints, but it's difficult to tell given all the rain that's come down. It looks like they've left. And you don't really have a direction given the horrible weather.
Okay. Anything else of note? Does it look like anyone else has been here? I'm assuming the fires are obviously all out.
It looks deserted. Nobody's come back. Even the whirlpool has stopped.
If I look at any of the remains of the, like the burning, where the tents burned down, does it look like really old, or like, is anything smoldering still?
Yeah, make another survival check.
14.
Nothing is smoldering, and a lot of it looks like it's kind of decomposed to a degree as well. If you had to guess, you have lost some time, and you definitely weren't gone for just a single day.
Okay. I will head back to the group.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we've skipped. Can't quite tell how long it was, but it's been several days at least, I'm sure.
Well, maybe this will work out in our favor.
Yes, perhaps.
Is the plein air portal closed?
Yeah, planar portal. Yes, it does look like it has been closed. Like I said, I need to do some more research on this. I'm not quite sure why it would close on its own, or if perhaps someone else came and closed it.
Well, we should be heading back as soon as we can.
As long as everyone is up for it, the sooner we get out of this godforsaken jungle, the better.
Yes.
I want to do one thing before we...
What's that?
And I step out the tent, say, proper funeral, right?
Oh,
And I go start collecting things I will need for a proper druid funeral.
Okay.
Is
Normally,
there anything I can help you with, Landry?
sorry.
I'm not sure exactly what supplies I need here.
Yeah, so normally you would you'd take his body and bury it and plant something over him, but given that Gaius is nowhere to be seen, you're basically just creating like a small garden plot in his honor and saying a few words.
Yeah, so I'll just... if you could go get me this plant, something close to this, sticks, medium-sized rocks.
I'm on it.
Okay,
And I'll run off and start trying to gather that stuff for Leonard.
sure.
Earl first
Right.
wants to check the cart. Is anything stolen?
Ah. Looking over at the cart, you find indeed that some of the things from your bag are missing. You find that the hooded lantern is missing, as well as the bullseye lantern. One of them is gone. The bullseye lantern is gone, and half of your flasks of oil. And you're also missing. Let's see. One of your maps and 50 feet of hempen rope. So someone can subtract that. I think red's on it.
No, I'm just hovering over
Okay,
it.
I can... Here, let me get it. Let's see.
He'll just mention it later. Is Mackinac awake?
Yes he is.
Wonderful.
What are you up to, Mackinac?
Currently checking over my body to make sure everything was put back in the right place.
It seems that your leg has gotten back to you at some point, and it seems to be also secured in proper fashion. You do some mending to just kind of fix up some minor details, but otherwise you're all good to go.
Has my kit been returned to me? My backpack and all that stuff?
Yes, that is here, so you can add that to your inventory. Now, Erlebald, while you're going through your stuff and you find that a bunch of items are missing, you also notice something else. There is a note that's been left there.
No, what's it say on the note?
The note is a thank you and an apology letter. It seems to have been written by the captives, and you see it says, you weren't here when we woke up, and we didn't want to stay, so we took what we could, and we're headed for Cruxiat. If you find us there, be happy to pay you back for everything that you've done for me and my crew. And then you see a little name at the bottom. And it seems to have been written by by somebody named Ecker Swiftstriker. So I'll type
How do you
it here.
spell that? Thank you. Wonderful. We need some muscle around our Catman Robotics.
Okay. You managed to grab these items, Colcoat, and bring them back over to Lenry. And Lenry, you've gotten a suitable plot kind of set up, and your supplies arrive.
While they were doing that, I wanted to just pick out a point like down here and like bless the ground and everything.
Okay.
Do a proper like prayer to Eridan.
Sure.
Make sure it's all good to go.
Make a luck roll, please.
Luck.
Alright.
14.
You kneel down here, set up the garden plot, and with Colcoat nearby, you put together this little thing, plant a new commemorative plant in Gaius' honor, and say a few words, and sort of nice, let's see here. It's rather gloomy in the rain here outside. It's like a jungle downpour. And as you kind of put this little jungle plant into its spot here, you kind of stand back from the thing and just see like rain pouring down everywhere. It's, I don't know, perhaps fitting for the occasion, but you finish the rites up.
Just stand up, wipe a tear from my eye. Alright. Does anyone have anything to say before we go?
Well, thank you for doing that, Lenry. I know guys would have appreciated it.
No, he would have hated it.
Yes, he would have hated it. That's alright though. We'll find other ways to honor the memory of a dear friend. Guys, wherever you are, your death will not be in vain.
Erlebald takes out a seed and says, he asked me a while ago, or I asked him, if he'd help me improve my dart throwing with some sort of druid magic. And he tried, but he couldn't help me because I guess I was too bullheaded. But now I understand that sometimes you need to open up. And then Druidcraft hatches the seed into like a little plant thing.
You have Druidcraft?
Arcane archers get Druidcraft or Prestidigitation.
That's perfect. The thing blooms in your hand.
See a big smile on Colcoat's face.
Do you have any words, Mackinac?
Meknar has no words for this kind of occasion.
Okay.
Before we finish up, oh sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there a barrel nearby, or things to make a barrel?
No, unfortunately. Yeah, there isn't really anything for timber or metal rings or anything.
Actually, you know what? Now that I think about that, I'm gonna take a vial out of my bag
Mm-hmm.
and just scoop up some of the water in here.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have 2 vials. I'll scoop it into both of them.
Okay.
Just
You
in
get
case
some
I break
water.
one.
While he's doing this, Earl's just spearfishing the tadpoles he sees. Or trying to, at least, with the darts.
Sure. You kill a couple and they just start to migrate to a different part of the pond.
Wait a minute. Do I have that spell?
What is the spell?
Give me 1 second.
Don't you have to prepare your magics?
I would. If. No, I wouldn't. It would take too long if I even wanted to try it, even if I did prepare it.
Some weird
To see if
ritual.
I could. I was gonna see if I could destroy water this entire pond.
You'd probably be here for a bit, but yeah, you
Yeah,
could.
it's 10 gallons per use.
That is
and I
a
have 40
sizable amount.
Well, 6 uses technically if I cast it at 2nd level.
It's also raining.
Oh,
so...
it's an additional 10 gallons in a wider area for every slot above first. So
Do you
technically,
want
it'd be
to-
like
you could
80
do that.
gallons total.
I would say that you could do that if you wanted to burn your spell slots. You could destroy this pond altogether. I mean, it might fill back up over time with rain, but you know, if you want to like wander about on the bottom or something, you can.
Yeah, I'll actually take the time down, do repairs. Like, oh, Aridin, forgive me for the damage I am about to do. It is only in the name of prosperous life that I commit such a sin.
With a wave of
Whenever-
your hand, saying some magical words, the water level suddenly drops. All of you watch as the thing goes down a foot, and then again, and then again, and again. And repeatedly, the pond just starts to, like, evaporate into nothing. Like, huge portions of it are just sucked into nothingness. And finally, after about a minute there, the whole entirety of the pond is gone. Lenry looks somewhat mentally exhausted, and you guys see a whole bunch of refuse all over the place laying within the pond here.
I'm curious as fuck now. I start going to the bottom of this thing, and when I get to the bottom, can I use Detect Portal to see if there's anything still here?
Oh, sure. What type of roll is that?
It's just once per short or long rest, I can detect within a 1 mile radius if there's a planar portal.
Oh, sure. Okay. Excuse me. I would like a luck roll, 2 luck rolls actually, for the pond. Anybody can do them. As you guys go down there and start to look around.
Don't let me do it.
I think you got to. You're the one that got the water.
Yeah,
I think you
come
gotta do
on.
that.
Fine.
Koala,
yeah.
koala.
Got this.
Here's the first one. Okay, average.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Inside of the pond, you guys are wandering down to see what there is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I would probably stay on like the bank, just trying to recover.
Sure. All around you, these tadpole things flop around, gasping, trying to find some sort of sustenance. and the rain seems to prolong their life as it kind of, falls down on them there. They wriggle about in the mud, but they're completely helpless, and they don't make any attacks on you as you kind of walk past them. Inside, you find a number of skeletons, which are like half covered by the muck at the bottom of the pond, and half, rising above it. And you guys find the entirety of Gaius's gear down there on one of the bodies. Now, I don't know if anybody knows what Gaius had on him. Does anyone remember if he had any, like, really important items?
I know he had his druidic focus.
Okay.
As for, like... Someone messaged Dax.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything, like, crazy important.
I would say that you guys could recover mementos from his body here if you want. So if you wanted to take something, you certainly could from either his possessions or maybe his, one of his cleaned bones or something like that. That's up to you.
I'd like to ask for his focus and to put it on his burial mound.
Okay, so you can go and do that.
I'll take something. I don't know what it is. I'll have to ask him what he's got in his inventory, but I'll take something as like a memento.
Okay, sounds good. Now, you guys also find that Gaius was not the only one thrown in here, and it's like a small burial ground with a whole bunch of different skeletons laid about, and they don't seem to be completely picked clean, as certain things have been preserved down here, and you guys find rusty metallic armor that has managed to survive. So, trace bits of leather and whatnot are gone, but you do see, for instance, a chainmail shirt that's laying there. You see some broken splint mail that's there on somebody else, that kind of thing. Now, for the second luck roll there, Coalcoat, when you use your planar portal thing, you can feel that at the center of the pond, there's a faint portal, and it's very, very weak. Do you get the identity, like where the portal goes or anything like that?
No, all it tells me is the distance and direction to the closest one within a mile.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's right here.
So there definitely is one there. Yeah, I just wanted to actually make sure that it didn't completely disappear since I don't really get portals yet.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're rummaging around among the metal, can we just take anything that like Mac and I would see and be like, oh yeah, we can use this for something?
Sure. I would say you can add a set of chainmail, a set of broken splint mail, and maybe like 10 pounds of scrap metal. So go ahead and record that wherever.
And then 10 pounds?
Yes, of the scrap metal.
Although the portal, it seems like it's closed, but there's definitely something still here. I don't really know what to make of it yet, but something tells me this won't be the end we see of this thing.
I really hope it is. It's one reason why I get rid of the water.
Now,
Yes, but
as you kind of look over towards where you're getting this feeling, Coalcoat, you see a flicker, like a momentary visual illusion that kind of plays by for a second, almost like a change in color or the warping of the shape of the muddy ground there. And then it just fades afterwards.
I can't quite tell what's going on here, but just saw something strange. I think perhaps it might be a good time for us to be on our way soon. I don't know that I want to be dealing with this without some more knowledge about what it is, especially after what we've seen has come out of it. How high above the ground did that little flicker come from? Like, if we shoved some mud and dirt around, could we kind of bury where it was?
Yeah, it's like a foot or two off the ground that you saw that.
Yes, I mean, if we can just if I can just shift stuff around as much as I can to try to cover it up at least.
Sure, yeah. You can just kind of shove some stuff there.
Yeah, and when
Now-
we get out of here, I'll make note on our map where this is in the jungle.
Now, as you go over and kind of grab like a rock from the bottom of the lake and push it over to kind of cover it up, the rock is suddenly swallowed up by one of these flickers and disappears from existence.
Okay, nobody step over here. That's not good. It just ate that rock.
Oh,
I think perhaps it is the time for us to be leaving.
yes. I don't think that we should linger for very much longer.
You sound super quiet, Soup.
I can turn up my mic. I might just be speaking too quiet.
That's all good. I'll turn you up a bit.
I will make a little section in the cart for myself and lay down.
Okay.
Cloth over my face.
Were those like noble clothes still in that tent over here, or are they gone?
Nope, they're still in there.
I'll load that up in the cart before we go.
Okay. You can add that to the cart's inventory.
Well, does anyone have any business to take care of here before we head out?
I think we've settled everything.
I believe we should return to Vossenox now.
Yes, let's get started.
Okay. With that, you guys grab the cart and start to trudge back off and make your way out of the jungle. What's the path you're taking on the map here?
I probably would have had to consult with Lenry and Earl as to where they went after we found the that crash site.
That's true.
Yeah, they just lead him back to the crash site and then head back the path they came.
Okay.
If we're passing the crash site, will the cannon fit on the cart?
Yeah, you could fit the cannon on the cart. Well, the cannon
as we're
chassis.
kind of like passing by the crash site,
Sure.
we should load the cannon onto the cart as well.
Yes, I agree, Mackinac.
Let's get a luck roll for the travel back home.
I'm not doing it.
Just roll in that one, run straight into the frog creature.
I got
Devoured
it.
instantly.
It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. Totally fine. That's a fine roll.
Okay.
14.
Traveling back towards the crash site, you find that this large hunk of metal is still there, laying in the area where you had this epic fight that went so south. You're able to go and pick it up and throw it back into the cart and leave the place. You can see that enough time has passed that the certain portions of the ship have kind of been sunk further into the ground, and the pools of water have grown in the rain. You guys turn and go to leave, I assume?
Yeah.
One last glimpse at this crash site before we leave. Since we didn't really get a chance to look at it too thoroughly before we got attacked, does it look like it was, as much as I would know about dragons, does it look like it was taken down by dragons, or can we get any kind of idea just based on the way it's broken?
Make an investigation check, please.
Oh god.
You get nothing.
Nothing.
Anybody else with mechanical expertise can also roll if they feel like it, but that's up to them.
Can you top a 5? Oh,
no,
god.
I cannot. No, I cannot.
Okay. You guys look around, staring at the outside, the inside for another moment, and kind of try to see if you can, discern what it is that did in this aircraft. And you don't find any sort of conclusive evidence. Certain parts are broken, other parts aren't. You see scratch marks. You don't know if they're dragon claws or rocks from the ground that have dragged on the ship. It's just, you don't know. It's too hard to tell.
Alright, well, if I can't figure anything out about that, I guess once we have our cannon, we'll move on.
Okay, you can add that to the cart's inventory, and then continue on. Now, what is the route that you're going to Vosnux? Is it exactly tracing your steps, so you're going like up here, then over, and then up?
Yeah, I assumed that was
I think we're sort of
What we're
taking the
doing.
same path back.
Okay,
keeping our eye out, glued to the sky for flying scorpions.
right.
I'm just in the back of the cart, laying down. I am spent.
Okay. Days go by. You travel through the jungle, find no problems other than the occasional scare with a venomous, snake that wanders into your camp during the night, or strange sounds, but you eventually break out and get into the hills, and then traveling along the jungle's edge, you have much more peaceful nights sleeping out there in the plains. You see no scorpions, you eventually get towards the road, and you travel up towards Vosnux. Now, about 4 days have gone by as you get to this point. I want another luck check, please.
I think I can do this one.
I believe in you.
I've had too many
And it's-
terrible rolls not to get a decent one.
Our luck rolls have sort of worked out now that I've stopped rolling so much.
Oh, no.
You're banned from rolling
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
You're banned.
It looks like it was gonna be a 17 too.
Okay.
And we run into the jackknife.
Traveling along the road, you guys finally get to put your feet on some solid ground. No longer will you have to slug your way through the wilderness. It's going to be a relaxing time on the cobblestone road headed right up towards Vosnux. Or so you think. I'd like a perception check from the group, please.
Watch now on that 20, this one. You know exactly what's coming to kill you. Oh no, another one!
Oh my
Holy
god,
shit.
what are you doing?
God,
I don't know.
Get rid of that
die
die.
away, sir.
I got a 17.
A 17, okay.
12.
12, okay. 17, 12,
Nine.
nat 1. And you got what, Earlbald?
a 9.
Okay. Traveling along the road, you guys are kind of trekking there, and whoever it was who rolled a 19, was that Mackinac?
I had a 12.
Oh wait, after mods I got a 20, I'm sorry.
Okay. Lenry, you notice further up the road, there is very little going on. It's kind of just, fields with wavy grass. Sometimes there's the occasional bush or a cluster of trees, but it's no forest or anything, just open plains. And over there, off in the distance, you see what looks like a crashed carriage that rests against one of the trees with a couple of bushes surrounding it. It's
I mean, it
off
looks
in the
like
distance.
truly crashed. Not. Can I like? Can I see if it was like actually crashed or if it was a staged crash?
Oh, sure. Make an investigation check while you're standing over here. And this is to give you an idea, like 200 feet off in the distance.
Okay. And that one.
It's too far to tell, and it looks like the carriage has run like head first into the tree, and you can see some what looks like some damage to it. One of the walls is kind of caving in.
Everyone, I see a cart up there. It looks like it wrecked.
It takes a moment, but after pointing it out, you see what Lenry's pointing at. There's a little sort of brownish thing off in the distance there, and you recognize it as some sort of large wooden box with a wheel attached to it instead of the just the trees and brush around it.
I don't know if it is on purpose or not.
Well, where are the horses, or where's the robot to pull it?
I look over at Mackinac.
You see no robot over there, Mackinac. How did they pull it?
Truly a mystery of the ages.
I
Given-
pull out the map and take a peek at it.
Okay, you look at the map, and you don't see anything marked there.
But I probably get the idea that we're maybe in the area of bandits.
Sure. You're on the road, and just over maybe like a day in the opposite direction, over towards the east, you have a marker that you wrote down a long while back about a growing gang in the area.
I don't like the looks of this. Remember before we left, they said that the bandit gang was just growing in size.
It is possible whoever owned this carriage previously fell victim to that gang.
Don't really want to know how big they could be at this point. I'm not sure how long we've been gone for.
Was the carriage damaged anyway, or just abandoned completely?
Make an investigation check.
I think you said that one of the walls was like busted.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5.
Okay. Looking over, you don't really see any signs of damage. Lenry points out that one of the walls is kind of broken. You can sort of see what she's pointing at, but otherwise, it looks like it's fine.
Okay. Taking a look at that wall that's broken in, does it look like it's been damaged by like weapons, by something else?
From 200 feet away, you have no idea. You definitely don't see like any arrows sticking in it or anything like that. Maybe something bumped into it.
Shall we approach? Take a closer look.
Yes, but let's be very cautious here.
Moving forward at half speed, we approach the carriage.
Okay. Give me a
What's the kind of what's the area like? Is it just wide open?
Yeah, I'll kind of draw it in for you. So going further up the road, let's see here. This would
If it's
be...
at all possible, I'd like to crouch behind our cart. So if they don't know that I'm there, if there's anything up there, I just want to be hidden behind the cart as we get closer.
So you guys would be like back here with your cart. And this is the thing that you saw. Now, are you guys going to continue approaching slowly, dragging the cart along?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
to
There's no
just
point
keep
leaving
an
the cart
eye
behind.
out. I just don't trust it.
Dart at the ready.
Okay. You guys get to about here. And it's about at this point that you hear something. From over here behind this bush, somebody calls out. In common, a man yells to you and says, "Ah, slow down there, travelers."
Oh,
Mechanic, stop pulling the cart.
I'm stopping the cart.
I see your weapons there. Best to just put them on the ground before anybody gets hurt.
We have our weapons with us to prevent ourselves from getting hurt.
Ah, wise guy, huh?
I do believe myself to be quite an intelligent person. Thank you.
We've got you guys surrounded. You can drop the weapons and let us take what we're looking for. Or we can do this the hard way.
we can just do this the hard way.
The easy way does not sound very appealing to me. What is the hard way?
At that point, you hear what sounds like a whistle, and I need everybody to please roll initiative.
Wonderful. Fuck! Rolled a 3. God damn it.
I'll take it. Colco with the going before we even got here.
Yeah, I know, right? Good time to get a 20.
At least if you're gun now.
Well, let's see if we can scare the shit out of these guys right away.
They call this surrounded.
Clearly surrounded is a circle. This is a square. Magnar needs to teach them some basic geometry.
I mean, we just fight like an entire tribe of frog people.
They don't know that.
No, they don't.
Colcoat, you're first to go.
They gonna learn today.
I don't see a giant frog. It's gonna be an easy fight.
You see these all step out, and in unison, the back end of the carriage flips open to reveal 3 people with crossbows. A bunch more step out of the bush here, some over here, some over here. A volley is about to come your way, but you're really quick and are able to take your turn before them.
Whichever one of these two is running his mouth at us, I quickly bonus action, planar warrior, and then try to pop him.
Okay.
Oh, fuck! 14.
14 will hit.
Oh, good. Thank God. Alright. Oh. 4. 9 force damage.
You shoot him dead center in the chest, and he falls backwards for a moment and struggles to get back up to his feet. And the other one just shouts, "Charge!" and everybody starts going. Is that your turn?
Yeah, as I'm reloading, just gonna say, I've got plenty of bullets. More bullets than there are of you. And, yeah, that'll be it.
Mackinac, it's your turn. I think. Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action activate Titan Furnace.
Okay.
Regular action cast Bless on myself and my allies. So we're going to D4 on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is that your
The
turn?
good stuff. And that's my turn.
Alright. A volley of crossbow shots comes out towards you. We'll do the first 2 for you, Colcoat. Does a 19 or a 4 hit?
The 19 will hit.
You take
They're immune to critical fails.
Holy shit. 9
damage as you're shot in the chest with a crossbow bolt. Mackinac, you get attacked as well. 2 shots in your direction.
Well, Machinar's beefed up now.
Yep. At a 13, you're probably fine. Erlebald, you get 2 attacks.
Said I've decided to kill all of them.
You take... Okay, could be worse. 8 damage from one.
Alright.
And then, Lenry, you are getting hit with 3 from the carriage. Probably missing, though. 13's the highest.
Nope.
Okay. Crossbow bolts whiz all throughout the air, flying around your group, and you hear a wince of pain as a couple people are hit, but most of them just collide with the side of your cart or go harmlessly over. You hear the sound of people reloading and everybody kind of preparing their next shots. It's your turn, Lenry. You have managed to come out of that volley unscathed. What you gonna do?
Let's see here. I'm probably gonna do something stupid. You know, as per the usual.
It sounds good.
Uh,
All reliable.
Which is the one that shouted out to us?
This guy over here who's bleeding from his chest.
Oh, well. Well, I'll step over here. I won't do something as stupid as I thought I was going to. Is he prone?
No, he's standing. He looks
Okay.
shaky, but he's still in it.
Then I will shoot a crossbow bolt at him
Go for it.
for non-lethal damage.
Extra non-lethal. It's so non-lethal it deals no damage.
And, you know, did any of us get hit in that volley at all?
Earl dead.
I also
Eight
did.
Shield of
damage.
Faith.
Shield of Faith on Earl?
Yep.
Okay. Earl, you feel a magical force field wrapping around you. Lenry, is that your turn?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Emboldened, it's now your turn. What do you want to do, Erlebald?
Alright, let me calculate the distance on this.
Run the simulation. I just picture the Alex Jones fucking Webm or whatever, where he's like hacking the government. It's all this stuff flying by and everything.
God, I always forget dart range, because I'm usually using a bow with sharpshooter, so it's just infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's just 60. So I've got to move closer. Moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then non-sharpshooter dart on this boy.
Okay.
Hell yeah! Oh, this is a bursting dart too.
Double those dice.
Oh, I need more d6s. Hold on. Oh, this is very juicy.
I don't know that it would have helped, but none of us have been rolling with that glass.
Oh wow, I've rolled sort of low. That's 12 damage to all of them. And then let me roll my d4s. So the one guy front and center that I hit, this one, took 7 damage and then 12 damage from the force explosion.
Okay.
Does
Lenry, what's the thing that you say to Erlebald when you give him the Shield of Faith?
May Airden protect you.
Okay. You turn over for a moment, wave your hand, and say this sort of prayer in magical words. And Erlebald runs down the road, pulls a single dart out from his coat, and then chucks it. And you're expecting somebody downrange to kind of, curse as he's struck by a dart. Instead, the entire cart explodes, and you see what looks like an arm fly through the air, and just like red mist all over the place. They're all dead.
Oh, they're all hell yeah.
The cart explodes into like splinters that fly all over.
I just look up at the sky. I guess that works.
You see like a boot just go by.
Alright, he turns to face the other group. Let's try that again. And he action surges. Regular dart attack on this one.
Oh god, no. Okay.
As he's doing this, I'm just gonna yell at the guy that I yelled at before. We've got darts too.
That is... So that's 19 to hit.
Yeah, you definitely hit him.
Another bursting dart. Let me roll... Nice. That's... What is that? That's... 7 damage to him. And then...
Where are you
9
throwing for?
damage to both of them. Oh, this one. This is the target.
I think, by the way, that bursting... What is it? Is it actually 10 feet, or is it 5?
Yeah, it's 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 10.
So where are you throwing at this guy? Like, what part of him?
Just right in the torso. Try to get him to combust a little bit.
Sure, you throw this dart, and with a 19 plus, you hit dead center. It goes sailing through the air, strikes his chest, and then you see a brief flicker of light before a massive, loud explosion goes off. And this guy ragdolls and just tumbles out dead, and this guy is, like, unrecognizable. You can see all the bushes kind of, like, wave as this sonic force passes through them, and a tree sort of, like, bends and cracks ever so slightly.
I'll be honest, I thought you'd be tougher than the frogs. Then he turns to face them, and then ends his turn.
Okay. The moment that you pull a dart out of your jacket, these guys just look at each other, and then they start running as fast as they can. And, are you guys gonna pursue these guys?
I might try to take them out.
Okay. If you want, you can make an attack, because they just turn and run as fast as they can.
Yeah, I'll try to shoot one of them.
Go for it.
Oh, no, I won't.
You give them a warning shot, you know, point it in the air. Yeah, get out of here. And they just run off as fast as they can. And you guys are no longer in combat.
What about the other two?
What do you mean?
Oh shit, they ran as
Yeah,
well.
both groups dip instantly.
Okay.
They're
Gotcha.
gone. They're out of there.
Was that the Jackknife Gang?
I think it might have been them, but,
'Cause
shit, Earl.
frankly, I expected a little more.
Well, I think there's quite a bit more of them. But, yeah, these ones didn't fare too well.
There are certainly no frogs.
Well, the gang has been getting more powerful, right? Larger?
I would think so, yes.
I would assume that they would be getting stronger recruits with their. Of course, when I look at Erlebald, exploding darts might be their weakness.
The strength
think
of a warrior lies with their weapon, and their weapons were weak and inefficient. He just holds up a dart.
Blows a little wisp of smoke off of it.
Oh wait, can I druid craft some smoke?
Some petals appear. Super
Sure.
intimidating.
A puff of wind, hell yeah.
As Earl tucks away his last dart, a small breeze blows through his long, sort of auburn hair.
That was short. Should we keep moving?
Yes, probably best to get back to town.
Oh,
Could I short rest
I
on
was-
the cart?
Sure, yeah.
I was gonna ask if we could raid their cart, but it's not there anymore.
There's just like
Oh my
pieces of
God.
wood stuck in the ground and body parts and whatnot.
That went much better than I thought it would. Holy shit.
You know what? Honestly, that's just in case. If we just take a quick peek at like the remnants, is there anything
Sure, roll luck.
at all? I don't think I should do this.
Yeah, no, not you.
Sorry,
No
I meant
offense.
anybody but Doctor.
no.
Roll luck.
It's all good. It's all good.
14.
Okay, you find that these these bandits over here have left things, and in the different bushes, you find, you know, some rations sitting there and whatnot, a deck of playing cards. Like, they must have been staking this place out for a while. So, you can take those rations if you want. They'll amount to 10 rations in total from the whole area.
Were there any crossbow bolts left?
There were plenty. You find 60 crossbow bolts.
60. Damn.
Mhm.
Needed.
So you can add that. As far as coin goes, you find 14 gold pieces. And Colcoat, unfortunately, you know, after getting all this stuff, you eventually come to the last spot, which is over here at the cart. And you see what looks like, you know, yeah, that looks like a boot over there, and that might be a backpack. And you could go in there and start looting, but you would definitely get dirty, as there's like blood and guts everywhere. You know, there's like a piece of intestine hanging from a tree branch nearby, and, you know, do you want to go in there for the loot?
No, I'm just gonna yell over to everyone. Can someone look at this? I can't go in.
Why?
We're not close enough to town. I wouldn't be able to wash myself right away.
It's
Look how dirty it is. I can't go in there.
Colcoat points
you
at
were
like
a
an
prisoner
organ
of
hanging
frog
up there.
people for 2 days.
Well, that wasn't by choice.
That's a good point.
Mackinac, would you be, dear?
I can take a look.
Throw him in.
Do you wade
I'll,
through the blood and guts?
Suppose I do.
Mackinac, make an investigation roll, please.
16.
Okay. You find everything that there is to find here, and looking around, the bandits...
18.
Huh?
Sorry.
No, what were you gonna say?
It was an 18. I thought I had a -1, but I have a +1.
Okay.
I was gonna say, how many minuses do you have, man?
What? Just Dex, actually. Dex and Charisma.
Listen, there's a price to pay for 23 AC.
Stepping over there, you find, you know, not in nice little neat pouches, but all over the ground, covered in rivers of red. Like, oh, there's a gold coin there, there's one over here, you pick that one up, pick that one up. At the end of it, you get 5 gold pieces. There are rations here, of course, though they aren't really in a condition that you would want now that they're a little bit soiled. You also find their gear. You know, there's little swords and whatnot, broken versions of their crossbow and all that. That seems to be about the gist of it. It's just the gold is immediately valuable. Do you just, like, hand bloody gold over to Colcoat?
Yeah. He wanted it. Colcoat. Here's what I could find within.
I'll jump back. Give it to Lenry.
I shrug. Walk back to the cart. Lenry, Colcoat wished for me to give you this.
I'll accept it, thanks.
Quickly before we go, one last thing. Can I grab one of the flasks of oil and then in the grass here, just write out, like, beware the dart, and then light the letters on fire so it burns into the ground?
Sure, I'd say it probably would take like 2
Okay.
flasks, but you could leave that kind of warning message.
That's cool, I'll waste them.
Okay.
Okay, Daredevil.
You use 2 of the flasks there and light this thing. It's pretty impressive. As you guys are standing there on the road with the cart about to go, you see these burning letters that sear themselves into the ground, and behind it, the wreckage.
Just gives Colcoat a nod of approval.
Yeah, they'll think twice before they mess with you again, Nero.
Hopefully next time they'll bring better weapons.
We're gonna show up next time and they're all gonna have darts.
And sharpshooter. Oh no!
God, I can't believe I missed so much because I only had a +2. Ugh.
It's the sharpshooter's life.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay. Are you guys continuing on your travel?
Back town.
Back to town. You travel for another 2 more days before eventually seeing off in the distance the beautiful gates of Vossonux. There in the middle of the Galbani forest, all these trees peel away and you see the road running up towards this like white-walled city that is your home. Though it's more so what lies underground that is your home. As you guys get up towards the gates, the guards stop you, and one of them steps forward and says, "Reason for entry?"
No, we live here. Catman Robotics. Just coming home.
He pauses for a second, and I'm going to make an int roll for him. He sort of nods for a moment, goes to speak to the other guard, and then he comes back and says, "Fair enough. Enjoy your stay. And welcome back." And the gates start to open up, and you guys are free to enter into the city.
Wonderful.
Stepping in, there are guards all over the place, and people kind of wandering from one business to the next. You see, like a woman and her kids, as well as a guy doing some chores outside of a blacksmithy. It's just, regular, everyday city life. The jungle is far behind you. No longer do you have to worry about being stabbed by venomous insects in your sleep or strange frog people watching you. You've made it back home. What do you want to do?
It feels kind of weird to be glad to be back here.
Oh, nonsense. I'm gonna take a big, deep breath of the damp, musty air. Oh, smells like home. Shall we get back to the shop? I'm sure Freldis is wondering what took us so long. We still don't know how long we were gone for.
Are we still standing next to
Yes.
the guards?
Yep, there are guards nearby.
Excuse me, guardsman. What is the current date?
Ah. He looks over and says to you, 73rd, spring.
That's a long time.
I'm sorry?
I believe he said 73rd of spring.
The guard nods. Yeah, that's what I said.
I heard.
You seem ill, ma'am. You might want to get something to eat. There's a tavern down the road that's fairly good.
My head is just in my hand. What?
He looks at you,
Thank you for
Mackinac,
your
and he's like,
suggestion.
there's something wrong with her?
I believe my companions may be tired. We were on the road for quite a long time.
Understandable. Well, like I said, they've got a good stew there if you guys are looking for a place to rest up.
Thank you for the suggestion.
He gives you a
Is this what
nod
he
and
had to go
walks away.
through? Is this what he dealt with?
Who dealt with?
Lenore is now silent. No more words. Just silent breaking.
Roll psychic damage.
Well, we should see how Fraildus has been holding up. It's been a while.
Yes, so let's get back in a hurry.
Okay. You guys get over towards the main central building, where the large sets of sort of vertical gates allow for airships to come in and out of the city. there, at the mouth of the thing, guards approach you, and you see on the wall, written there on a board, is the price to enter. And it costs... Average, okay. It costs 2 gold for each of you to get into the city. Do you guys have that 2 gold each?
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and do that subtraction. You guys pay the fee, the guards give you a nod, and you're free to enter in. Stepping down some steps and going down a couple of hallways, you eventually pass by some very heavily guarded doors, and as they creak open, you see the industrial vertical city that is underneath. And you guys have returned back into the underground proper. Are you headed straight for your business?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go traveling towards your business at the somewhat lower portion of the city, and gradually come up to the place to find that it looks perfectly normal, just like you had left it. And, let's see. It's probably the afternoon when you guys return, and the doors are... have their sign flipped, so it says that, the shop is open, and the window blinds are up and everything, and you guys see behind the counter what looks like Fraildas, and he's kind of standing there, and it looks like he's got a bunch of papers in front of him.
Kind of a confused look and open the door.
Sure. You get over, open the door, and when the door opens, he immediately looks up, and it looks like he's about to give you a very standard greeting, and then he goes, "You're back! Hey! Hey, how you guys? It's been a while."
Yes, Freldis, good to see you. Sorry we were gone so long.
He, runs up to you guys, and then kind of, stops a couple feet away. Oh my god. You guys are, well... He kind of looks you over, and he says, "You could use a shower."
Yes, the wilderness does not do very much for my fur. I need some pampering time now that we're back home.
Man, well, I have stuff for you. A lot of things happened while you were gone.
Oh.
Here, he kind of walks over towards the desk and pushes some papers towards you guys. And he goes, "See this one right here? That came in 5 days ago, and that was 10. And I think that's from the guard." He just kind of gives you a whole bunch of letters, and you can see that you guys have picked up a decent amount of mail in the time that you guys were, off adventuring.
So,
What'd you say, Lenry?
73rd.
73rd. Now, what was the last day you remember?
43rd question mark?
Yeah, we're not even sure. There's...
Well, then there's nothing to be upset about. It's the price you pay for the magic of sessions messing with each other. Monday and Thursday are stepping on each other's feet right now. It's kind of funny. But anyway, as you look these over, you see that there's 2 job offers, and one of them seems pretty mundane. Somebody has asked you to repair a cart for them, which is somewhat funny given the last 2 days' events. And the other one that you see there is somebody who's looking for skilled mechanical work for an airship, and is looking for people who are looking to apprentice on and start working on one of the engines.
As soon as I see that, I just jump up. Back in there! Look, we can work on an airship.
I can hear you without you raising your voice.
But it's an airship. We've never been able to get that close to an airship. Can you believe this? Look, get to work on an airship. We've got to do this.
Now, as you look
It does
over
seem to be authentic.
Now, for context, working on an airship, whether it be manufacturing the parts or doing its maintenance, is considered to be the pinnacle of engineering in the world right now. There are only a handful of people that can do it, and to see an offer like this is almost ludicrous. You would, if you told this to someone on the street, looking for people for this. You know, come by and show up if you think you got the stuff. They would assume that you were pulling their leg.
Can I check to make sure that it's actually it seems real, right?
Sure. Yeah, make an investigation check.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks real.
I guess I can look who it's like signed by. Who's it from?
Ah.
Just the town?
You can see. Let me make a roll here.
Stupid dice.
Oh my fucking god!
Jank though.
Just roll one into it. It's fine.
That jank.
What
Hey!
the fuck? It was like the same roll too. It went over the 4 into the. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Okay. The name that you see at the bottom, that the actual contractor that's looking for people here, you see Falone's name, and we will end the session there.
Oh shit.
Well, I guess we know who we're gonna be killing next.
Wait, killing?
Wait.
Vone or Favecci?
Or sorry, Favecci, my bad.
Oh
God
god
dang,
dang,
the
that's
plot.
that's
So
That's
like a
They're-
complete 180.
Pretty sure Falone was dead, so I was really confused.
They're
there.
both
I was like,
F
what the
names,
fuck
yeah, yeah.
happened? Falone like didn't die, got out, and
A joke
somehow
from
he's
beyond
in
the
charge
grave.
of the city.
Turned into an undead. He's now taken over part of the city and is commissioning a new airship for himself.
No, your friend has offered you a part in maintenance on his airship,
Ooh.
it seems. So,
Wonderful. Okay.
Favecci has likely come into some wealth, or something has changed in his life. Who knows? So you see that there, and you also see like his signature at the bottom, like a little, a kind of a wink from the guy that's been left on the paper.
We got a little winky face.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, just wait
I
till
sent
you
that
give
bitch
him
a
his
smiley
buddy's
face.
ring.
Bitches love smiley faces. So with that momentous note, we'll end the session there. You guys successfully made it. Granted, there were losses along the way, and the salvage trip itself didn't really pan out a ton. But hey, sometimes you get a luck roll where it counts, and sometimes you don't. So that's how it goes.
80% intact, and we at least got the ring for Favecci.
You did, yes, you did. Which might prove to be very useful. So, this next session coming up is probably going to be pretty crazy. In case you didn't know, we are playing on the next week, and what is it? Wait, am I smoking crack?
So the next week starts on the April 30th is the Monday, May 1st is Tuesday. So I don't know if you're doing it next week or not.
Sorry, yeah, the 7th is the week off. So yeah, we have another one coming up. Jesus, I was looking at my calendar there, just having a fucking moment. And, yeah, we'll see where that goes. So congratulations, players. I think you did great. You made it back intact and got a lot done. It was a hilarious session. A lot of close calls. Whoa, a lot of close calls with the frog people. And, but you pulled through. Good to see the audience there. Thanks for the little biddies there, Raxus, and to all the supporters that we have and whatnot. You guys are the reason we can do this. And we'll see you next time. Another session tomorrow, and then Thursday group, and then another week after that. So, adios.
I have one quick question about that frog monster. Do we know what direction it jumped off in? At least the day that we had seen it?
South.
Obviously, it went south. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. God knows now, but...
So, towards the forts.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Oh no!
Not good.
Wanty invasion because we fucked up. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, let's get him to build
Listen,
an
on a
airship.
positive note, we get to kill large amounts of Wanty now. So,
Well, I don't know.